Good morning. How is everybody? Give you guys a little time to get in. Come on in the room. Come on in the room. Jesus is my doctor. And he writes out all of my scriptions in my room. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning. How are you? I'm fine. I'm fine. And I hope that you are too. Yes. He's able. Hello to the one in the room on YouTube. Thank you for joining me. God bless you. There's something else I'm supposed to be doing. Oh, he's able. Ooh, he's able. So, let's see. Hold on one second, y'all. I just do not know why my thumbnails, it's almost like something. Trying not to be bothered with YouTube and StreamYard, but they are starting to really bother me. Because somewhere there is a disconnect. He's able. Ooh. Okay. All right. Hello to the one on Facebook and to the two on YouTube. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. I appreciate you guys more than you know. On this morning for Thankful Tuesday. This is the last Tuesday of 2020. We have rushed. Good morning, cousin. Thank you for coming in. I appreciate you more than you know. He's able. Woo. Okay. How are you doing? Happy early New Year to you. I'm not rushing out of 2020. I'm taking it moment by moment. Hello to the two on YouTube and the two on three on Facebook. Thank you guys for joining me this morning. All right, y'all. So today is December 29th. My shirt. This is one of my favorite shirts. I think I shared this with you guys. Wore it each time I had brain surgery. It was created by a guy in one of my advocacy classes that I took, and he's a traumatic brain surgery survivor, traumatic brain injury, survivor, and his line is handled with care. And I love it. I love that saying. Hey, Miss Cruiser, thank you so much for coming in to visit me. That makes me feel like I'm being stamped by an elder. Thank you. Hey Cindy, bless up, one love to you, baby girl. Thanks for coming in. Thank you. Thanks, fam. So we've made it, y'all. We've made it to the last Tuesday of 2020. He says, and same to you, but I'm rushing. Hopefully 2021 will be a better year. So let me tell you about that Russian thing. Thank God to see 2021. Absolutely. Let me tell you about that Russian thing. I don't know if you remember this, but all 2019, folk was like, oh my God, 2019, the worst year. Oh my God, 2019. So ready for 2020. That's the year of vision. That's the year of exposure. That's the year of 2020 vision. Did it not become the year of 2020 vision? I'm just saying, did y'all not see some things that you never thought you'd see before? Do you not see some things clearly this year that you didn't see clear last year? Do you not see some priorities that needed to be changed around this year that weren't changed around last year? Do you not see going forward in 2020 what's going to be important to you in 2021? Because as you see, 2020 has taught us that we run to absolutely nothing, that this country, yet we are free, can be shut down, that a virus can come through and take some folk out. Like people that was promised to be here or thought they were promised to be here or thought they were going to see the year out, didn't see the year out. People that was eating healthy, running, doing marathons, got taken out by a virus. All I'm saying is we was rushing to 2020. We got here in 2020 was like, pow, 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 and we weren't ready. We didn't see it. Our vision wasn't clear. And so I'm not rushing. I'm going to take my time. Good morning, Jaleesa. Thank you for coming in. I didn't know you had brain surgery. TBI, my daughter did also. Yes, ma'am. I had two in 2016. I have a condition called Arnold-Chiari malformation, which means basically my brain is too big for my head. Doesn't make me extra smarter than though. Hey, Positive Pusher. He said facts. Hey, Miss Carpenter, looking all cute. I see you, girl. Hey, Daryl, smooches and hugs and love to you too. We still hadn't got together for any type of jam session that's necessary. So yeah, I'm not rushing out of 2020 because tell me about it. 2020 said, hey, sit down, sat down somewhere. That's what 2020 said. And we had to sit down and we had to reflect on life and the things that were going on in life. Hey, in Rachel's place, thank you for coming in. 2020 went straight Memphis on us. LOL, I just got somewhere and sat down. I'll just get somewhere and sit down in 2021. 2020 came in hard, real talk. I have no complaints about 2020. And they may sound like, what? Like I've lost some loved ones. That's a part of life. Everything was intensified in 2020. So I don't know if it was 2020 vision or just the fact that everything is intensified because we're all in the house. We're not out. We're not in the street. We're not, visiting family. So we're not keeping up. We don't really know everything that's going on. And so, yeah, 2020 was like, man, I'm going to see if I can come up with a way to describe 2020, but it was definitely unpredictable. Kind of like I said the other day, it's been the longest, shortest year in all of my life. Like it was long because of all the stuff that was happening. It felt long, but then it seems like it flew by. So I don't know. Good morning, my sister. Hey, Mimi man. That's my godson. Hey, Mimi man. That's my man. Hey, Mimi man. Thank you, Positive. Dallas County Scratcher, how are you, sir? Hello. 2021 is the small YouTuber. Help me with that one, Dallas County Scratcher. So yeah, I'm not rushing 2020 out. I'm just going to go with the flow like I did with 2019. And I think because my expectations weren't so high for 2020, I wasn't truthfully too disappointed. God showed me a lot of things that I'm capable of doing this year. What's up, Cuzzo? Look at you looking all handsome. You single? Let the people know. I mean, this ain't a dating site, but you look real handsome on that picture. And I know he a good man. Yes, Miss Cruz, I'm so glad you're here. I told her positive. It felt like an elder came in the room and did a stamp of approval. Miss Cruz made me feel like somebody coming in. But yeah, so 2020 was, I mean, we're still in it. So Lord, we ain't just trying to talk like we know we done made it over, you know, how I got over. But we're believing God that we will get to see 2021. Amen. Year's end is neither an end nor a beginning, but a going on with all the wisdom that experience can instill in us. Absolutely. Oh, Dallas County Scratcher says 2021 is the year of the small YouTuber. I actually think that any year could be the year of the small YouTuber. I think it's what we do with the platform that we have. I know for me, you know, people say, "Oh, this is just a hobby," or "This." No, I'm a caregiver of 3. This is not a hobby. This is purpose. This is an assignment for me, and I'm still trying to learn it. However, I do know that it is something that can turn into a. Well, it's not something that can. This is my business. This is my business. I'm in the business of y'all. I can't. So there was a preacher here. Was it Bill Atkins? It's used to be an old commercial, but it used to say, get dope out your veins and hope in your. I know it's somebody in Memphis that know that they can type it in here. Get a little close to God. TPP, how are you? Oh, that's the positive pusher. That's cool. But yeah, I think for a small YouTuber, your platform is what you make it. Even like financially with me, I just started in May. It wasn't Bill Atkins, but do you remember the saying? Cause like get dope out your vein, hope in your brains. Something about get away from the pipe. Look, I can't think of it, but it was Pastor Sutton. Is that who it was? What did he say? And so yeah, rushing 2020. I'm a take it like I took 2019, and I'm just gonna roll on over. And when the time comes, I'm gonna say thank you. I made it. Get dope out your veins, hope in your brains. You'll never get nowhere smoking the pipe. Absolutely. I don't know why. Positive pusher says she's doing well. Yeah. And so thankful Tuesday, right? Thankful that I made it to the last Tuesday of 2020. That's something for us to be thankful about, right? I'm thankful that I have a roof over my head. Still, some maybe basic to somebody else. I know because he said something about you'll never be the same. Get a close to God or something like that. Yeah, close enough though. We had some crazy local commercials. Thank you to the 10 on YouTube that are watching and the 3 on Facebook. I appreciate you guys. Thank you. That helps with my watch hours. I would say to anybody that wants to be a YouTuber or is thinking about it, just do it. Let me see who sent me this. Just do it. It may not. Hold on, y'all. Oh my Lord. Fam, we got to move in grateful energy. What you said. Yes, sir. And a lot of people don't realize that energy matters. And that's what gets me like, so, I've shared with you guys like 2020, 2021 is, hold on, y'all. Okay, sorry, I had to reply to that. 2020 that I really start searching for truth, like relationship versus religion, and really finding that for me, I wasn't built for organized religion. Hold on one second, y'all. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. But we talk about energy, and a lot of times in a religious environment, that's shunned upon. You know what I'm saying? Like you're talking like this. What do you call it? The spiritually awakened or whatever. But how is it that demons can pass and evil spirits can transfer and you can get soul ties, but energy doesn't matter? Like we're a ball of energy. Energy it exists. Like there's no way to have, in my mind, and I could be wrong. I'm open to learn. Like this is my quest for truth. There's no way to have relationship and understand God and the creator and not address the metaphysical part of things. It like they got to go together. I don't see how people can have one without the other. So definitely, and I move in grateful energy all the time. I'm not a complainer. I try my best not to be negative. If somebody is complaining, I try to, steer them out of the complaining mode. Not without, don't get me wrong, I don't try to negate their feelings because their feelings are genuine. And so they need to be heard. At the same time, trying to help someone not stay in their rut. And that's even for myself. Like I have bad days, but I've started giving myself a time limit. And my husband like called me on it. Get up, get your ass up, do something, get up. Don't let me lay in a low energy state. Because I have too much to offer the world. And in a low energy state, I can't do it. Miss Cruiser said, I'm like you, thankful in advance. Yes. Oh my God. I lost my best friend unexpectedly. But days later, my sister had a son and gained a nephew. Miss Cruiser, we have a lot in common. I lost my best friend unexpectedly. My brother, godfather of my children, 31 years of friendship. I call his mama mama. He called my mama mama. He lived with my mom after college. Like he was my brother. Turned 42 on the 27th and August 27th and passed away August 31st. I hadn't been the same since. It seems 2020 was like that for me. Lost and gained, lessons learned, etc. I contracted COVID, but recovered. Praise God. Hopefully I stay well. I believe you will stay well. And the only difference here is I didn't contract it. My husband did. And I took care of him. I didn't leave him alone. I think he says get rid of the drugs and the people and get close. You don't say close, to get close to God. Fact. Dallas Camp Stretcher says Revelations 21:20 verse of the day. And the 12 gates were 12 pearls. Every several gate was of one pearl, and the street of the city was pure gold, as it were transparent glass. My mom always talked about the gold streets. So yeah, could I complain about some things? Absolutely. Could I complain about some people? Absolutely. But what is it gonna change? Nothing. Like nothing. So why walk around with that type of energy? More than anything, I hate to see people And hate is a strong word, but I hate to see people not know that there's a different path than the one that they're on. Um, I wish that God, I ain't gonna say I wish, perhaps I just hadn't learned how to use this gift properly. But like I can see when people are self-destructing or on a destructive path, and I want to help them. And truthfully, all I can do is pray. There's nothing I can physically do. And so one of my struggles is, God, why do you allow me to see this if there's nothing I can physically do to assist them? And it goes back to praying about it because I'm not God. I don't get to control those things. So yeah, 2020, old girl came through here. I think that the pandemic, I'm gonna call her a girl because though men can be, only a girl, a female can come through and just throw everything off like this. So I've named her Miss Rona, and Miss Rona came on through and she did her thing, and she's still doing her thing. And we say we have vaccines now and people are taking them, and like I have a cousin that took it, and I'm still looking at her to see if she's gonna morph. She took the first half, she's a nurse, and I'm trying to see what's gonna happen. So far so good, she's still fine. She said she didn't get any superpowers or anything, but I'm watching closely because I'm not taking it. It's just me. This time next year, if I'm not here and it's because of COVID, y'all can use this video as a what you call it, as a PSA, and be like, she said she wasn't gonna take it, and if she would have took it, she'd probably still be here. I don't know. I just think they came up with a virus too fast. And if you can come up with a virus for this virus that we knew, a vaccine for this virus that we knew nothing about, why is there not one for AIDS and HIV? Because they created this virus real quick. Hey, Kevin. How are you? Happy to be chatting with you live as well. See, if my daughter was on live like she's supposed to be, I could introduce you to, because I told her to come to your channel. And it's a testimony. Yeah. I don't trust the vaccine. I just don't. So that she could do some connecting. But I don't think she's come over yet. Thank you. I shared it too. Is there another Reddit chat? Your mother is live and you're not on. And Kevin K from Super Chat is in my chat right now. And that was one of the places I was telling you to go so you could connect and grow. But because your mother is live and you're not on your mother's live, but your mother is always sharing your videos. I don't know. Either you're going to sit here and talk to me about it or be like, okay, Mom, I'm finna log on right now so I can see who you're talking about and meet him. Okay, I'm just saying. Okay, bye-bye. That was my 24-year-old. Caught those. Hey, woohoo! CeeLo, high five. CeeLo is part of my team, y'all. I couldn't do this without CeeLo, Crystal, oh God, what is her name? Kimmy T, AW, even though y'all don't see her that often. Like I have a team. I don't pay them. I'm not rich yet. Oh, well, if I get to rich status, baby, yes, they will be getting checks. Now you know this. You know this, Vermont. She gonna say here. So, guys, if you are not connected to Will and T, this is my daughter, T Amber, and her husband, Will. Kevin, T Amber, this is, hold on, Super Chat, Connect and Grow. Remember, I told you to go over to this page. And I told you, I said, go to my home screen. They're on my home screen. Go there. Click, connect, see when they go live so you can make some genuine connections with people. And I said, Kevin also gives great advice. Did your mom not tell you that? Tell me, did I not? Just let me know. Did I not? Yes, I did. Bless up. Oh, I just love it, Cindy. One love. One love. So yes, yes, you told me and I was there. Okay. Okay. Um, but yeah. So we can look at 2020 negatively or we can look at the positives. And for me, here's the positives from the virus. My daughter, my youngest daughter, stayed home for 90 days straight. Aisha, thanks for the props. Will and T are in the True Chat family. Awesome. And I always like any new YouTuber that comes to me, you're the first person that I tell them to connect to. One, because you do help small YouTubers grow and connect, but it's all about the genuine connect. Like I just told her, y'all, I don't know what's going on with Grace. She kind of just doing her own thing, but I promise this is all my hair. I don't know what's going on with her. That sub for sub is not what she wants. You know what I'm saying? Because they don't last, they don't stick. You want to meet people, and some people you're gonna meet, and when you go to their page and you see their stuff, you're gonna be like, ah, nah. And when they go to your page and they see your stuff, they're gonna be like, ah, nah. And that's okay. You want to meet a variety of people, and Kevin K helps with that. Like, real talk, I hadn't been there in probably a month or so, a couple months or so, but I still try to share them out. Partially because life for me, y'all know, has been out of whack. And when it comes to YouTube, I'm just getting back on track with coming live every day. I think is this week 2 of that. And I still hadn't incorporated the night lives yet. Like tonight, I will be doing a live for the first time, and I don't know when, on a Tuesday. And so, yeah. But any new YouTuber, as a matter of fact, if there's a mod in the chat, will you please drop super chat and grow? And I'll find Will and T. Their page is kind of hard to find. But when it comes to connecting, that's one of the great places to go. Okay, then I just clicked them and they just came right on up. Okay, Will and T. Not anymore. What, Timber? I'm in the chat, but oh, you're fine, CeeLo. I got it. I see. Thank you so much, Vermont. Okay, that's Will and T, and then Vermont dropped super chat and grows link. But definitely, if you guys are trying to grow, Kevin K is the person to talk to. Thank you, Cindy. But yeah, so for me, I could talk about the losses, but with each loss, I learned. My youngest daughter stayed home for 90 days, and I know y'all like, what? Your child don't stay home? No, I mean, in her lifetime, she went 90 days without a doctor's appointment, without going to anybody's therapy. And in that 90 days, she blossomed so much that it made me question the therapies that we were getting for her. Oh, Cindy, yeah. So see, Timber, you and Cindy can connect. Cindy is great people. And so I learned a lot about her in those 90 days. Like I knew things about her, of course, because she's my daughter. May I come some? Absolutely. You know, you don't ever come on. Hold on. Absolutely. In the words of Larry Live. Hey, my sister from Jamaica. Hey, Modest. I was thinking about you for real today in the car on the way home. Like, you know what I was gonna say? Like, I really gotta call her. Really, really gotta call her. Um, T. Amber, you have company. Miss T, you have company. Beautiful. Is that a fire breathing dragon? Hold on. Okay.
Hi there.
Hi.
Surprise.
How are you?
Oh, good.
That is awesome.
Oh, I just haven't turned my camera. I suppose I could put it on myself if you wish.
I'm loving the painting. I'm sitting here analyzing it.
I just barely finished it.
Is that a castle at the top?
Well, it was.
Oh, okay. So you painted over it.
Well,
Oh, you are.
sort of, kind of caught it on fire.
That's what I'm looking at. Like yeah.
I
Now,
figured I'd come and say Happy New Year to you in person.
thank you so much, Ramon. I absolutely love you, Bruce. I do. I
know it's rare that I show myself, but
I know. So I feel so special. I feel special. What is the motivation behind this piece?
it's just how I was feeling,
Mm-hmm.
and it kind of feels like that's the way the world was going this year. So
Wow.
that's kind of just what came out.
Wow. That's awesome.
I can't really see the chat, so I don't know what anybody's saying. I'm sorry.
They're talking amongst themselves.
Okay.
Modest Nation is fussing at me saying, LOL, you've been saying it a while now. I know we gotta talk, like catch up.
Okay, I just turned it on.
I will tell you this. Yeah, you're good. You can turn it around. So I have the membership button, and I was going to do a raffle this year for those who started out with me. Not a raffle, or take that out of my vocabulary, okay? Because I wasn't getting money from nobody. I was going to do with the turn the wheel, and so those who joined immediately, which was like 6 people, and those who joined within a particular time frame was going to get pictures from you, because I have so many. And what I decided to do, hey Bruce, was just send everybody a picture. So it's 10 people, and how about I'm gonna have 10 paintings and still have about 15 more that's left, if not more. But they're gonna get to choose from the level that they started, and they'll get to choose one out of the 10 pictures.
That's cool.
From Bruce, and so they have a piece of your collection will be all over the world.
Yeah, somebody asked me why I don't sign anything Vermont Paint. It's because, Vermont Paint actually doesn't paint it. I do.
Yes, it's the Bruce collection. That's what I call it.
But
the Bruce collection. I'm just waiting on you to do an art show.
Probably not. I mean, I have probably more than enough pieces.
Yes.
This is just what's sitting on my desk.
Man, what is that red?
Oh, you haven't seen this one.
Mm-mm. Oh my goodness.
Just a minute, I'll switch cameras for you.
Y'all see that? That has my name all over it.
Hold on.
Oh my goodness. My goodness.
That's the view from my front window.
I want. Gonna put it in my pal. I don't even have a pal right now.
I finally did this.
Aww.
I had to do another one. It took me long enough, but you haven't seen a bunch of them. Oh, that's right.
One day I'm gonna get my daughter. Well, my husband. Lord have mercy. My son's girlfriend. I told her to follow you because she's an artist as well. Beautiful.
I'll show you one more. Then I'll stop bugging you.
You're not bugging me. You know I love this. That has my name on it. Yes.
Look at that.
Yes, that has my name all over it. So the picture, the big picture that you did over 2 years is sitting. Dre has it sitting in over his desk upstairs, and it is so beautiful.
Nice. Yeah, that took a long time.
See, Amber, that's the person. Bruce is the person who she says he's talented. I can't draw at all. He actually draws every morning, so you need to go follow him. Can someone drop Vermont's link, please? If not every morning, almost every morning, and it's so calming. Um, Cindy says I make hats and will be selling them once I've made enough. Awesome. Is that a what is it getting?
It's I'm gonna paint this one next, probably. It's actually a hummingbird.
It is getting nectar.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I just drew that the other day.
I need to send you some pictures from our last camping trip. I actually got to touch a bar owl. I think I'm saying it right.
Without them eating you?
Mm-hmm. When I tell you it's the like I want okay, so PETA don't get me because I'm not gonna do it. I wish somebody could duplicate though. That's the softest thing I've ever felt in my life. It is just soft. And there's literally I don't know what caused the owl to look at me, but when I went over to rub her, she just looked at me with attitude. Like I was like, "Hey, girl!" Like we knew each other.
You must be touching me in a nice way, because
yeah,
I'll take your arm off.
but the park ranger just brought the owl around because they had a bar owl, a screech owl, and a red tail hawk. Am I saying? I think it was a red tail hawk.
I wouldn't play with one of those.
And it's another owl that got out of their there was a bad storm, and so the owl got out, but it doesn't leave the forest, so they still feed it every day, and she comes to get fed because her name is Willow, and they just put out a mouse or whatever. She picks it up, go on, and come back. She won't leave the forest though.
Yeah, when they raise them from babies, they're pretty good, but
I even have I was in the house. If I was outside, this would not have been caught on footage. My friend, a raccoon crawled up his leg, and he was like, "Get down," because I called the rock. I don't know what made me name that raccoon Rocco, but I did, and so that's his name, Rocco. And Rocco came right on up to the campfire, crawled up his leg. I was like, "There's no way he would have got that close if I was there," because I would have screamed so loud that he would have ran away. But yeah, I gotta put that out.
There's a guy on YouTube that has raccoons that come visit him every day, and they climb all over him, and he feeds them. And
yeah, I
it's
can't.
like, that's some of those animals can be a little dangerous.
Raccoon can tear you up. Like
when they're mad, they're mad.
Yes. That's how I felt about rubbing the owl, because we were really close, and I was like, "All right, sister," because she gave me that look. I was like, "We're cool, we good, right? Okay, all right." But she was the most soft. I even held a snake. Never would I thought that I would hold a snake, but I held a snake, and it was soft. I expected, because snakes have, they shed their skin. I expected it to feel rough, and it didn't. It was soft. I was like,
no, they're very smooth. We've had quite a few of them. We've had lots of lizards. I mean, obviously, I'm covered in them.
Yeah.
Most of my tattoos are lizards.
Really? So, what is your fascination with lizards? Like, I love elephants. Way before I ever became a Delta, I loved elephants, but I love how they take care of their children. And
we have, 100 elephants upstairs. That's what my wife's favorite animal is.
Mm-hmm.
But for me, lizards, mostly because they can regrow their tails. And some of them can change colors and blend into their surroundings, hence the whole gecko chameleon thing.
Yeah, they had a lizard. I got a picture of it, but I don't know if it was a Komodo. No, it was big. I know that.
Like a tagoo.
I'm not
like sure. A large bearded dragon or something.
Yeah, because this right here was long, but it wasn't. It was that droopy skin.
That would be a tagoo, maybe.
I have its picture.
They're about 3 feet long with the tail flipping around.
Mm-hmm.
It'll snap the living daylights out of you.
Yeah. I wasn't trying to touch it at all. But that was like one of the coolest. It's crazy because I waited until I was 42 to ever have my first camping experience. And now I don't even want to go in the city for vacations anymore. I want to go to campgrounds.
I think I was 2.
Really?
Oh, my son was a Boy Scout. My daughter was a Girl Scout.
So my
I was actually a Boy Scout commissioner for quite a few years.
My sister, hold on, Mimi Man.
Well, and Tia's your daughter, right?
She's my daughter. She is.
I tried to pronounce her name one day. I was like, forget it.
It's Amber.
I wasn't even gonna try. I was reading it, but I was like, I'm afraid to even think about it.
It's Amber, but most people say Miss T. It's crazy because when she was little, we called her Miss T, Miss TT, because her dad's nickname was T. So she was.
You did that interview and you were trying to kind of hide who she was. It's like, no way, man. I know who that is. Look at her.
That's what everybody says. They're like, you look just like your mom.
It's like, no way, not even close.
Yeah. People say that all the time. What's funny is she looked like her dad initially to me, and now she didn't. But I pulled this comment up because this is Mimi Man, and Mimi Man went on his second camping trip this year. So his parents have been taking him camping all his life, pretty much. They're going to make it an annual thing.
It's really good for your soul.
It is. The last time that I went, hey, Mr. Fulton, give me a sec. The last time I went, I met a lady that was out there by herself. Her husband came and set her up and came back the next day, had breakfast with her. But then she said, and I just asked her, I thought it was badass. I'm just going to be honest. Cause I was like, man, that's cool. You like out here by yourself? No, she was like, this is where I come to write. This is where I come. And I knew she had to be some type of creator because only a creative person could embrace being alone in the woods and gain energy from it. So
yeah, we have a trail system up here called the Long Trail. It basically goes from Canada down to like Massachusetts.
Mm-hmm.
It's quite far, and my son and I have hiked the entire trail.
Really?
Yep.
Yeah.
We've done over 1,000 miles hiking.
Now the hiking, I walked up a hill, just one hill this last time, and I was like, oh my God, my back was burning. Yeah, they're doing a hike on New Year's Day, and my friend was like, I didn't tell you about it because I was like, thank you. My body is not ready.
Now the mailbox, I need oxygen, so it's like,
I'm not conditioned at all.
I did 10 miles on the stationary bike a couple weeks ago, but I was watching YouTube and just pedaling.
And
So now, it's like, wow, 10 miles, cool.
I can do that. I
3
just
videos later.
I don't know. I gotta figure it out though. I gotta do some working out because 2020 has definitely put weight on you, girl. Y'all may not see it that much in my face, but yeah, I've gained a lot of weight.
All right, I'll let you visit with other people.
I thank you so much, Bruce. You made my day. You made my day.
The very rare thing and show my face.
Yes, I appreciate you. We're gonna do more in 2021 though. We're gonna get you on the screen more. I just your work needs to be out there. We're gonna figure it out. CeeLo, can you put that down so we can figure it out? We're gonna get your art out there.
Give my best to Dre.
Will do. He's actually at work in the office this week. So yeah, will do.
All righty.
Okay, thank you so much.
Much peace, my friend.
Much love to you.
See you later.
All right, bye.
Bye, everybody.
Hey, Mr. Fulton.
Well, good morning, Aisha. How are you this morning?
I'm well. How are you?
Doing just fine.
What's going on with you?
Well, I got more interviews again.
Really?
Yep.
But what do you have?
Well, I've got
Thanks, CeeLo.
I got AAP on Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
I mean on Sunday, excuse me. And then supposed to have an interview today. but it might be rescheduled because I have other things to do.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think that might be it. I'm trying to find other people.
Awesome. CeeLo says, "Hey there, Mr. Fulton."
Hello, CEO.
Yeah. So that sounds like you're doing good, though. You
Yeah.
Yeah.
And on my way to 2K pretty soon.
Awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. Congratulations.
Thank you. It's like a work in progress. So.
Oh yeah, most definitely. Most definitely. And staying consistent.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
So what you got going on?
Well, I'm doing my live stream this morning, and then I'm going to prepare for my live stream this evening. I hadn't done an evening live in a while. And that's about it. There's a couple things I need to research. And I need to do some finishing touches to my portfolio.
Yeah.
And my plan is to have it turned in before January 1st. So yeah.
Yep. Well, I'm going back to work Monday and Friday again.
Okay. Awesome.
They said they want to give me one more chance, so I said, yeah, I'll have one more chance, and for the Embassy Suites.
Mm-hmm.
And the shirt I got from the company,
Mm-hmm.
I got it.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. Sandy says,
So
"Good morning, Mr. Fulton."
Good morning. So you get to see a new brand, Mr. Fulton.
Oh wow, that's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
That is awesome.
Yeah, and check my girlfriend out too, Aisha. She does singing and but she has a disability, and
She has a Facebook page.
so yep.
I mean, not a Facebook page, a YouTube channel.
Yep, she does. She has her own.
Okay, what's the name of it?
Caitlin Dunn.
Caitlin Dunn.
I'll probably send you the link.
Okay, do that.
So.
Yes, sir. I definitely appreciate you.
Well, I might want to interview you, Aisha.
Sure. I'd love.
What day would you like?
I don't know. What day do you do interviews?
Not Wednesday because I have music therapy on Wednesday. Let me see. How about on a Monday? January. What is it? Hang on, I gotta open my calendar. Let's see. January 4th on a Monday.
What time?
Let's do. Let me see. Let's do a 1:00 p.m. on Monday.
I will do that for you.
Okay. Because I don't go back to college until Tuesday of next week, so.
All right, you said 1 p.m.?
Yep.
I got you down, Mr. Fulton.
Okay.
All righty. I'll put it on my calendar.
Yep, and it's gonna be my last. Well, next year will be my last year for Limitless, so. Because Limitless is my transition year, which I'll be out of the program by then. But we're supposed to get a new building that we're supposed to be able to go in February, they said.
Okay. And so Limitless is like a program that helps you go to school?
Yeah, it is.
Okay. And what are you going to school for?
To find a job and that kind of thing.
Okay. Well, I wish you nothing but the best.
No, thanks, Aisha.
Yes, sir. So Monday, January 4th at 1 p.m. your channel?
Yep. That's correct. All right. Sounds good.
All right. Thank you.
You're welcome. Have a good day.
You too.
And Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you as well.
Thank you.
Bye. Do you guys have anything planned for New Year's Eve? I know I'll be home. That's where I've been every year. Since I don't know. We used to do church and then we started doing home because Desi and Ivy are in the bed. So I'll be home. I won't be live. I don't know. I may be home in live. Who knows? We shall see, right? We shall see. CeeLo, thank you so much for putting that on your list. Bruce has amazing artwork, and I just honestly feel some way it has to get out there. I want him to be. I hate that most artists don't get famous until they're deceased, and I don't know if it's because they can't part with their work and then they pass on, and their family is like, we should do something with it. I don't know, but I would love for him to be able to see the fruits of his labor on Earth. Let's see. Congratulations, Mr. Fulton. And I saw Catanio and T. Amber talking. Catanio actually visits often, T. Amber. But yeah, so we've talked, y'all. It's the last Tuesday, last Tuesday of 2020. Are you excited? Are you scared to see what 2021 is going to bring? I'm just along for the ride, and grateful and thanking God for each day that I'm above ground and not below. I'm trying to do the best with my time, trying to be a better steward with my time and my gifts, as well as trying to do, what do you call it? Leave a legacy for my children. CeeLo says, might as well do a live on New Year's Eve. Nothing else is really happening in the city due to COVID. Fact, big fact. Absolutely. That is true. So, yeah, I don't know. I just thank you guys for even taking the time out to spend with me. My plan is to do a live tonight. I'm not certain about the time. I'm very certain about the topic. So yeah. If you have not, I encourage you to either go to my community wall or my Facebook page. It's not private, it's public. And look at the video that I shared today that the New York Times did on Breonna Taylor. And we're going to talk about it tonight. I've not talked about it this year. It was definitely something that bothered me, but I didn't know how to talk about it, if that makes sense, at that time, because there were just still so many missing pieces. But regardless, there were still some things that I just knew just didn't quite make sense. And so we're going to talk about it tonight. And the purpose in talking about it is to raise awareness, one, to bring solutions to the table. We're just going to talk about it. Safe place, right? For the uncomfortable but necessary conversations. I pray that the chat is very diverse. I hope, and when I say diverse, I don't mean just in color or culture, but I would love to have some police officers in the chat if possible. I would love to have different perspectives in the chat. One thing I am certain about is Breonna Taylor should not be dead. She should still be very much alive. The fact that they wanted to give her ex-boyfriend a reduced sentence if he admitted or said that she knew about him doing drugs says that the city was definitely trying to cover up a lot of things. And even though the city has paid out and settled in lawsuits, there are still investigations going on. And the video, the virtual simulation, I thank God for that the New York Times did today, shows that that young lady really should not be deceased. She just shouldn't. And we gotta talk about it. Like, we gotta talk about it. One thing I learned is, or I'm learning, is the more we communicate about things, the less stress that we have internally, as well as we get a greater perspective from seeing things from different angles. New York Times did a great video simulation, and so I encourage you guys to look at that, especially if you're going to be a part of this live. I'll show pieces of it, but not the entire thing. And so we're also going to hear the 911 call, which we'll talk about it tonight. I just say come prepared for whatever. Have your heart open so we can see things differently, because just remember that just because you're one person can still make a difference. All it requires is one ember of flame to create or start a wildfire. And there is no positive outlook. Let's be very clear. There is no positive outlook to what happened to this young lady. She's dead. She's gone. She didn't deserve to be dead. She had moved on with her life. The person that they were looking for, they had already gotten in custody. The fact that there's an attorney, even on the New York Times, not an attorney, a SWAT supervisor, commander, something like that, we'll see it tonight, stated you don't execute two warrants like at the same time like that. Not to mention, they knew he wasn't there. Based on what I heard this morning, they knew he wasn't there. They were going there actually looking for drugs, and they found nothing. And so let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Let's not be afraid to talk about it. And that's me even talking to myself. As you see, I'm fidgeting. Because it's hard to talk about those things. One, because we live it. Yeah. So we'll talk about it tonight. Because I just can't let this year end and I not talk about it. And we have this platform, and I have this platform to have that conversation. But we also got to figure out, where does change have to happen? It seems like it's a systemic issue. It's becoming more and more of a problem. The fact that things are we'll talk about it later tonight. This is Thankful Tuesday, so we're not gonna we'll talk about it later tonight. So I will plan it in advance so you guys will kind of know. This is me kind of giving you the heads up. The time I'm not 100% sure about. I'll know about that here shortly. And once I get that figured out, I'm gonna go ahead and schedule it for tonight. So we're gonna talk about it. We'll talk about Breonna Taylor. And yeah, that's all I got. Thankful to have made it to the last Tuesday in 2020. Looking forward to making it to the first Tuesday of 2021. And just believing God for greater in 2021. Greater, I have greater expectations of myself. I have, I'm not putting any limits on myself. Not putting any limits on my children, my brother. I'm just expecting the year of 2021 to be a year of miracles. And I'm here for it. Let's see. Is there any, I'm gonna drop the link one more time. I'm gonna drop it over here and then I'll go drop it over on Facebook because I didn't drop it on Facebook. If anybody else would like to come up in chitty bang bang. Hold on. Yeah, my dogs lose their mind. When they hear the doorbell. Did I drop the link? Yep, I did. Okay. All right, I've dropped the link on both YouTube and Facebook to see if anyone wants to hit it. And if not, I'm gonna sign on off because I'll be back on later. For us to just talk about some things. Yeah. Okay, one moment. He's like, ma'am, ma'am. I love my kids. Y'all, I thank you guys so much for taking this time with me this morning for our last Thankful Tuesday of 2020. I am thankful that God gave me this vision, this drive to create this YouTube channel. I'm thankful that He gave me the courage to step outside of the box. I've told you guys plenty of times I'm good with being in the background. Many hands make light work. I'm good with production, but this is the seat that I'm in. And so I want to be a great steward over it as well. Thankful for each of you in just being a part of my life, being a part of this positive tribe, praying me through some rough situations. You guys checked on me throughout rough situations, and I'll forever be grateful for it. Like, this platform has been so therapeutic for me, and it has helped me in ways that I could have never imagined. I set out to help people, and in turn, this channel has been a blessing to me. And so I just thank all of you guys for that. Coming up in the new year, I will continue to stream on both Facebook and YouTube. I actually enjoy it. I probably will start doing some Instagram lives, but they won't be, what do you call it? An hour long. It'll probably be some quick in and out 1 minute stuff. I don't know. We'll see. But until later this evening, I'm sending lots of peace, love, joy, blessings your way. I can't thank you guys enough for being with me on this journey. And remember, you are responsible for your own happiness. No one can make you happy but you. So, this is the seat that I'm in, and so I want to great as well. Hello. For each of you. How are you?
I'm good. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning. So you have to mute your YouTube.
I just did.
Okay. Good morning. Thank you for coming up. It's so nice to meet you.
I'm a mess this morning, but
no such thing.
I'm a mess this morning. I'm like, But I'm so glad to be able to finally speak to you directly. Bless your heart. Everything, the upliftments, the power. Your soul is so great. You're wonderful, eh?
Wow. To God be the glory. To God be the glory.
Go up. So this is my laptop I just got for my birthday, and my mom did pass away, as I told you. So we're the sisters have gotten together at this point.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what she really wanted, was all the daughters to come together, right? There's no brothers.
Wow.
Just 4 girls, and I'm the only one that had children.
Wow.
So, and I made her great grandmother too, because my daughter had a daughter.
Wow.
So life is amazing. You never know what it has in store for you.
That's it.
So I mean, the future 2021, we don't know, right? We just got to keep positive.
Yes.
Keep trying and don't give up, honey. I love the sign behind you.
Yes. It's there for a purpose. Yes.
Amen. Amen.
Yes. Thank you so much. You have been a huge supporter, and I just appreciate you.
Here's my hats, by the way. Hats. Not kidding. I make hats.
Awesome.
I'll show you some more. Here's some more. I just pile them up.
Yeah.
Pile them up. Right? Just make them, keep piling them up. I got different colors. I got different colors. Burgundy, brown, black, white. These are nice hats.
They are. Let me know when you're ready to sell them. And
I'm not used to this camera yet. You just put them on. It goes for, I got small, medium, and large. You just put them on, and then at the top, it's got this.
Yeah.
At the back, it looks really cool. Then I've got this doll I got for Christmas from my one sister.
Uh-huh.
So I can pose all everything. So I just put the doll up and then put the hat on the doll and then take a picture.
Wow.
And my one sister's gonna set up Amazon, like an account.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, that's my other phone. My sister's gonna set up like a business, and then I'm gonna use her to go through it and sell my hats.
That's awesome. So like through Amazon, where they ship?
No, we're gonna like open up personal business on the line on the internet.
Oh, cool.
So you just type up like Rasta hats or something, or merchandise, and then we show up, right?
Wow. Yeah, that's awesome. And it's awesome that y'all got together.
Yeah, I think you're amazing. You give me a lot of courage, especially when I went through like the coronavirus and stuff like that. I was pretty sick.
Wow.
I'm still like bouncing back, but I'm doing really, really well. There's no permanent damage, so I'm lucky, right?
That's a blessing. Yeah.
Very
absolutely.
much.
Absolutely.
I am staying off my foot now, though, because my foot's still not right, and I took another X-ray, a third X-ray.
Mm-hmm.
It should have been healed within 6 months.
And it's still not.
No, so we're X-raying the whole foot now to see what's wrong.
Wow.
But they said I could walk on it. It should have been healed in 6 weeks, not 6 months. So we're all worried about what happened. Like, did this coronavirus wreck me or what?
Wow.
So we don't know. A year later, it's almost a year later, right? I've had the coronavirus.
Wow.
I lost 15 pounds, gained 25 back. So basically, when I was at 130, I went down to 115, and I went up to 140. So I was bouncing up and down my weight, and that's why I had vertigo is also from the coronavirus.
Wow.
All these little symptoms that I had that I was complaining to you about, they were from the coronavirus.
Wow.
So, and then I was complaining when I had the coronavirus. I didn't know what was wrong. The hospital said stay home and don't come to the hospital. So they basically stay home and die, right? So I felt really off about that. Like telling people stuff like that is not cool.
Yeah.
I already have anxiety, depression. It made it worse. Now I have claustrophobia from it.
From being inside?
So from having coronavirus. The coronavirus gave me claustrophobia.
Do you go on the porch any? Just to sit out and get air?
I have a balcony. Like I live right up in the sky.
Okay.
Like I can show you now that I got you off here. Let's take you over. I live up in the sky. I'm a true born Canadian. But this is the sky.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
This is where I live, 25 floors up.
Wow.
I live a very good life.
Yeah.
Very nice life.
That is so awesome.
And I live alone with a little black cat. He's really cool. I call him Lafayette.
Lafayette.
But pets are really good for depression and mental disabilities, right?
Pets are amazing. I love pets. I have dogs, so yeah. I've never had a cat. Not that's mine anyway. I've fed a stray cat before, but never one that's mine.
And hi to everybody in the live from Canada. Bless everybody's hearts. I appreciate everybody for coming into the live. Yeah, it's just amazing how people come together like this.
Yes.
I've met a lot of people that I consider family in your lives. So, hello, family.
I'm so happy you feel comfortable here like that, because you are. I mean, it turns into one big family, whether because we get together, and then when someone hasn't seen someone in a while, it's like, well, has anybody seen Bruce? Has anybody seen Tony? Has anybody talked to, Cindy, Angela? So many people that cross your mind, and it's like, wait, I hadn't seen them in a while. Let me reach out.
This is my first time in the live. I've never been in the live. I've never done a YouTube video. I'm like a virgin to all this.
Well, thank you for coming up. I appreciate it. I do.
I appreciate you.
You're always welcome. That's for sure. Always welcome. And I pray I always make you feel welcome.
Makes you know that we're listening to you too, because I land up over here, right?
Yeah.
You never know who's listening to you, right? And so we end up on the other side of the hello on the other side, right?
Yes.
I'm like, wow, someone was listening.
Yes. That's what kind of happened with, I think it's Simply Living with Raina. She just dropped down one day. She's like, I've been listening to you for a while. And that was my first time saying her name. And I was like, wow. Thank you. You don't know.
Some beautiful people out there. There's good and bad in everything.
Yes, ma'am.
And it's up to us to focus on the good, not the bad. Like I just turned 50 and I'm learning quite a bit of wisdom now.
Mm-hmm.
And just being older doesn't make me wiser or smarter than you. I can still learn a lot from you, and you can learn a lot from me. That's the way I look at that, right?
Yes. And in the same with children. Like, I don't believe in hushing children. I like to hear them, because there is a scripture in the Bible that says that the children shall lead them. And so I don't believe in hushing children. I want to hear what they have to say.
Me too.
Yeah.
In my future.
Sometimes they'll convict you. My daughter had a good way of always convicting me. I never really told her that, but I guess she knows now, because I said it. But yeah, she really had a good way of making me see life a little different. She's always been positive in seeing the glass half full, and
I guess I've been like that. And my other sister was like the glass half empty, and I'm like the glass half full.
Mm-hmm.
Gotta look at what we have, not what we don't have.
Preach. That's it. Because you can be so distracted by what you don't have, and what you don't have may not even be what you need. That was one of the things that we taught our boys over Christmas. When we looked at their Christmas list and some of the things that they needed, we realized, that they thought they needed wasn't exactly what they needed. It was, it would have been great, but what they truly needed was less than what they asked for, because they were trying to create gaming areas, and one wanted a whole new keyboard. But the reason why he wanted the keyboard was because it's a smaller keyboard and his desk wasn't big enough. But it's cheaper to get you a bigger desk than a keyboard.
It sounds like you're describing what you need and what you want.
Yes.
So learning. And then you're trying to teach them, this is what you need, this is what you want.
Mm-hmm.
Two different things. So now you're trying to get them to decide what they need and what they want.
Exactly.
So, without your help.
Exactly.
Being a great mother, you're doing a great job. Just keep it up. Don't give up, and keep it up.
Thank you, Raina.
I Simply Living with Raina.
She says I'm still here.
Yes,
thank you so much. But like, that really blessed me that day. I was like, wow, thank you. So you don't know who's looking. You don't know who's watching. And so, the one thing that I pray is that I've been consistent in delivering consistent content as well as being available, because that's my purpose.
You've been a positive motivator too, so.
Oh.
I just tell the truth. I'm like, that's what I see. That's what I've been watching and seeing. You've been positive. You've been motivating.
Thank you.
And that's what we need in life. People that push us to do the right things and be positive. That because each one teaches one, and so we just push it onto another.
Yes, and iron sharpens iron. That's Bible. But the other piece to it is like you guys help me, and that's the truth. Like I never in a million years could have imagined that it would have been reversed on me like it is. Like this is so therapeutic for me.
Well, remember this: we might be born alone, but we're not really alone. I might live alone, but I'm not really alone. We have God. We've got. We're not alone. So never state that you're alone, no matter what. Remember, you have God on your side, and good always prevails over evil. So you might see a lot of evil in this world get worse, but God gets bigger and bigger too.
God gets bigger in people. You know, He often says we're 2 or 3, and I'm a firm believer in, again, communication. Like we gotta be willing to sit down and talk with one another, to especially in the US. And I know that may sound like, well, why in the US? Because to hear God, I can't think of his name, but he's a black man, but to hear him go to Canada and says he just feels like a man, he doesn't feel like a black man, that he's treated with the same respect as anybody else, but then he comes back to the US and he is definitely like he's reminded that he's black, and that shouldn't be
That's
the case.
so sad.
So that's
Canada's
something.
the same way though. In Canada, I seem to have to stand up for, I hate to say, but black people. Because you got the white people, and not every, just good and bad and everything.
Oh yeah.
But sometimes I come across it, they think I'm going to agree with the racism or the, that kind of way of life, and I'm like, no, my son's white, my daughter's black. You can't sit there and tell me to take one side or the other. You can't say one's right, one's left. I don't think so. They are equal in their own way. They were unique. And don't ask me if you're going to treat somebody with disrespect or break the law. It's my job to enforce it and make sure things are fair.
Yeah.
So even if you don't get justice, at least I'm going to make sure you're treated fairly.
Yeah. And even with justice, I'm coming to see that justice is something that we deserve, but I don't think anybody honestly has experienced justice fulfilled. I don't.
I worked for the law, around the law for like 20 years. Very rarely did I see justice.
Oh, thank you.
Aw.
That was sweet.
It makes you want to cry.
Thank you. Thank
Beautiful.
you so much, Raina.
Beautiful.
Thank you. Yeah, and so that's why I'm here.
I'm just letting you know the 20 years that I worked for the law, I didn't really see much justice going on. This here you did some wrong, slap you, and you pay, right?
Yeah.
And then someone like me will come along, try to fix it for you, but we do the best we can. All I can say, we just do what we can.
Yeah. I think when we start looking at systems and paying more attention to systems instead of individuals, I think we'll get a lot further.
Put it this way. If you step on a black man's neck around me, I'm going to charge at you. I don't care. You can shoot me, knock me down, but you have to take me down too. Will you tell the judge next you broke down a little white woman?
Yeah.
Huh? Well, you don't look too good now, do you?
No,
One white person would have stood up, decided throwing a rock at them and distract them, maybe all that crap would have stopped.
Yeah.
But we can't say what if now after the fact, because what happened.
What we can say is there were a lot of people pleading for that man's life. And
we know which man we're talking about too, don't we?
Yes, we do.
Oh, God rest his soul.
And for that many people to be around and no one to bum rush that cop.
I would have though.
There's a lot. And the sad part is
this is Toronto. You can't do that here. We'll rush you.
But the sad part is that was a damned if you do, damned if you don't situation. If he would have been bum rushed, then it would have been looked at as they're acting like animals. Somebody could have lost their life. There's so many pieces to that. So even with that, it goes back to what is the root issue, and knowing that later finding out that the officer and him worked together, they knew each other. There's some history there that apparently we don't know. But
my question is, what can we do to stop this from ever happening again?
It's a system. To me, and I always
those guys are in jail right now. Those guys are not paying for what they did. Well, not in my eyes, they're not. Okay, for what they did, they should be paying.
Okay, and see, and I think for me, I think differently. I think the guy that did the kneeling should definitely be in jail, charged for murder, not in Florida. He should have been made to stay in the, like, he didn't get to flee for his safety or whatever. And the officer that was in front of him, protecting him while he was doing that, I think they should be charged. The other two were rookies. They didn't know what they were doing. And if they say one thing and you do another, those rookies didn't know what the backlash would be.
Okay, if the rookies said they were scared of them, fine. But they went along with it, no, they should be charged with them. Sorry. Yeah. My experience in law, you broke the law, all of you did, okay? Every single one of you did. Yeah. Now, you two rookies know right from wrong. You go to church, mark me wrong. Someone taught you right from wrong. You are not 6 years old. So you need to act your age. You are a police officer upholding the law. Mm-hmm. Now, you stand for something. You cannot stand in front of me as a judge in this courtroom and say, we trust in God, and then act this way. Sorry. Off to jail. Next.
Yeah. But
I know how court runs. In that case, I don't know what you guys are doing, but in my courtroom, they would not last long because I'd be with Judge Judy. Judge Mathis, okay? I'd be with a few judges going, what the heck?
Yeah.
Maybe they should have been in charge.
It possible. And see, and I think that's where I kind of fit in the gray area, because sometimes I just don't hold those two rookies responsible, because again,
but I have a granddaughter that looks just like you, and I don't want this happening to her one day. Eh?
Yeah, absolutely.
I've got children that, I don't want to wake up one day and say I didn't say nothing or do anything. I want to say something, but I don't want to wring my own neck at the same time. So that's how the rookies felt, probably, right?
Absolutely. They were in a bad place as well.
So as you said, there's a gray area to everything, but there's different levels. But at the same time, we have to explore them all.
That's fact. That is fact. I remember the first time I got called a coon in it was something else that I was called, and it was.
Well, the cops call my daughter a sand enter,
Oh no, I'm talking about on YouTube.
I'm saying that on your live because I don't want to stop. It's kicked off the line.
No,
but they called her a sand enter, right? And I was like, what the heck?
Yeah, no.
N-word, Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's not cool from cops.
No, it's not.
Ignorant people that aren't educated, fine, but these are educated people. I just expect better from them. I do.
Definitely, I expect better. I expect more mental evaluations. I think just like they have a physical health check each year, they need to have a mental health check each year.
Yeah, I think they do too.
I think if they're involved in an officer shooting, they should have more frequent health checks.
We call them psychological assessments.
Mm-hmm.
They should have every time they go through a shooting or a violent situation like that.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's traumatizing, right? I think so too.
Absolutely. And so that's what's occurred. Like, if I were to be totally honest, that's what has occurred on both ends. Right now, you have police officers who are afraid that aren't bad police officers, and then you have citizens who aren't really bad citizens, but they are afraid. They have been, we've seen it so much that to some it's become a norm, and to some it's become a fear of death, like an automatic death sentence. And so somehow we have to bridge that gap. And again, I still say it's a systemic issue. How we're going to fix it, I don't know. Crazy enough, I live in Memphis, and we don't see a lot of that. And I'm thankful. We see a lot of mess, but we don't see a lot of that. And I'm thankful. However, it's still something that is happening worldwide, and that affects things worldwide.
Very true.
That's just like, there's another article that I'm going to, my plan is to eventually do the story, even though it may be a couple of months out. And that's because I'm waiting to see if our son is going to finish out college at the school that he started. But there's some racism going on in the town where he goes to school, and something that could have affected him. And so that comes close to home, when you have your kids. But at the same time, if you've raised your children for me, I feel, because I was raised in such a diverse environment, and because I have love for everybody, I absolutely do. That there's no lie when I say that, like, I do. And for me, I've gone through this feeling of being bamboozled, of being crazy, because Malcolm X said, but led astray, misinformed.
Oh, I wish I could give you a hug right now.
But
it's gonna be okay, honey.
It's like I had this. It was like a rude awakening. Like, the world wasn't what I thought it was, and so now I had to take a step back to evaluate. Wait, did I raise my children wrong? And I didn't. The one thing I'm certain about is that I raised them properly. They know their roots, but they also know that it's okay to celebrate our differences. I don't have to be like you. You don't have to be like me. And we can bring that together. Again, like I said, to celebrate our differences. You shouldn't have to change. I should be able to wear my fro and come to dinner.
Right. It's beautiful.
It's fine with it. And you should be able to do, you get what I'm saying? And
my hair a mess. Yep.
It's just, yeah. So hopefully this platform evolves. And I know that I'm not going to always say things that people agree with. Rayshard Brooks, that case, I got called so many things other than Isha because of my stance. But my stance remains the same. Those officers did what they were supposed to do that night, and I don't change that. I'm sorry, I don't change that. But in other cases, there's a problem. So I have to be able to tell it from my perspective, and not the perspective that people think I should tell it from. And whether they agree or not, it still goes back to a systemic issue. And that's the part that we have to eventually deal with regardless. And that's why I would say it could be the Grand Wizard of the KKK. He's invited to this panel. As long as we can talk respectfully, let's have a conversation. Let's talk about it. Why don't you let's talk about it.
Well, like as I said, my son's white, my daughter's black. And when they were in daycare, this little black kid started beating up my daughters. So my white son wanted to beat him up. I pulled them out before they turned this into a racist thing. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and then my mom used to be racist, and then she wasn't when she died. I mean, she changed because my daughter's black, right? People can change, is what I'm saying, right?
People can, absolutely.
And you can't always turn these situations into a racist problem.
No.
There's a way to diffuse these problems before they become that way, right?
Absolutely. I agree.
If we see 10 steps ahead, I mean, maybe we're better off. I don't know.
I agree. But it requires both parties removing emotions and actually looking at things for what they are. And it also takes us, like, having this time that we've had in our homes this year because of Miss Rona, taking time with our kids and talking with them and explaining things to them about how the world was, about how the world is, and about the things that they can do to make the world be what they want it to be when they become adults.
I like what Simply Living with Raina's saying. The way I look at it is there is only one heaven.
Absolutely.
The Bible says to love each other, no expectations.
Yeah, absolutely.
I love what she said. It's so uplifting.
Absolutely. So there's not going to be, matter of fact, we're not going to even be a particular color in heaven. We'll all be spirits. So And that's what we are now. Like, we're spiritual beings having a natural experience. And if people could take that into account, I think they'll start looking at people like people more so than.
Well, like the Bible teaches us, we're all sisters and brothers. We're all God's children.
Mm-hmm.
So that makes you my sister. Simply Living is my sister, and I don't see color. I see sister and brothers and family, right?
Yeah.
So you give them the benefit of the doubt until they show you otherwise, basically, right?
But that should apply to and that should apply to everybody, like everybody. I should be able to I should be able to disagree, and not be looked at as an angry Black woman. But
Bingo.
it happen often. If I disagree with certain people, that's just the first thing that rises up, and I'm not.
Well, you are welcome to disagree with me anytime you want,
Oh, no. You said nothing yeah, no. But I'm just saying, like, we got to get rid of some of the stereotypes as well, and within our own communities as well. We have to just be real about what it is, what's going on, how things are, and then coming up with a plan to make things better. What we cannot do is give up. And I've heard some people say, I'm 60 some years and it's been this way all my life. I'm not changing. No, it's going to change. We may not see the fruit of our labor, but our legacy will. And so we just have to we have to stay positive. We have to do what's right. We have to stay informed. And we have to continue to provide a space to talk about these type of things without being attacked. One of the things that I love, and she's not in here, so I kind of hate to talk about it, and she's not here, but I love when Nell Court asked me, what's up with kids in the hoodies? I knew what she meant. And I knew she wasn't coming from a hateful place. But, because that's not canceling out. She wasn't coming from a hateful place. Hoodies have somehow been associated with negative, bad behavior, and that's not the case. And it's been associated with Black people when that's not the case.
I love my hoodies. I'm pure white. Look how white I am. I love my hoodies.
Yes, and
very mistaken.
But I'm happy that she came here and we talked about it versus her talking about it somewhere else, because somebody else could have took it wrong. When I know her heart, and she was really asking a genuine question to understand. And then when I can say, well, for me, a hoodie is just like a soft blanket, like Linus carrying around his blanket. You can't be an adult carrying around a blanket, but you can feel protected in your hoodie. Perhaps that did. Yes, she ordered herself a hoodie so that she could wear a hoodie. You get what I'm saying? So that's what happens when you can have those conversations and not be judged for that. I'll never judge for that. I'm thankful that she trusted me enough to ask so that the answer could be given and it not be rude or...
I would have said, you know what? I love my hoodies because they're comfortable, they're warm, and I don't see nothing wrong with them. I go to church, I read the Bible, I believe in God. You got good and bad and everything. So you got good and bad people that wear hoodies.
And believe it or not, when I have my hoodies on and my earbuds in, I can get a lot of work accomplished because the hoodie helps block out things from the side.
Oh, wow.
I'm like an ADHD person, and my earbuds help me not to listen to what's going on around me. And so, yeah, but I was happy that we could have that conversation. And I hope that takes away any negative feelings that she may have about hoodies or whatever. And the thing is, because this isn't the conversations that get put out on
that's true,
major networks. You get what I'm saying? This isn't the dialogue that goes to major networks.
No,
and so this isn't the stuff that's put out in the forefront, which is the stuff that needs to be put out in the forefront. So yeah, it's a process, but I'm gonna stay true to who I am, and I want everyone to stay true to who they are, and I want us to be able to come together and learn more about each other, and again, celebrating each other's differences.
I just want you to know this show and you both have a piece of my heart, and I just
Oh
want you and your family to be well. It hurts me to hear that your babies had the coronavirus as well.
no, it was just my
I know what I
husband.
went through. I know what I went through as an adult, and I wouldn't wish that on anybody, eh?
It was just my husband. I think that was confirmed. Now, my youngest daughter, I do think she had it that last week in December and the first 2 weeks of January, though they're saying it wasn't here at the time, but she was really sick. And we were talking back and forth with her doctor, but we didn't take her in because, again, she hates doctors. And so we kept her hydrated, but she never lays down. She's a very busy
Yeah,
little
she's
girl.
young.
And
She's young.
for 3 weeks, it had her kind of, yeah. So I
I
think,
told you I was down for a week and a half when they had me indoors for 3 weeks, right? Because of the lockdown.
yeah.
Like I'm in Toronto where the hot zone is. We got a
Mhm.
lot of people each day like coming down with it, so
Mhm.
they've locked everything down.
Yeah, our city has gone back to phase 1 as well.
Oh wow.
I
Sorry.
find it, or our county, I find it, like, I feel blessed that, we're a home of 7 and my husband caught it, but nobody else in the house caught it. And so for that, I am eternally grateful. Um,
You guys were just very blessed.
yeah. And
Wow.
so that's and so for me, that's why I say, yeah, 2020 had its moments, but I just choose to take what I can, even with the losses, and learn from them and move forward. Not allow any of them to be in vain, um, but taking something away from each loss and learning and applying it in my life moving forward. And that's all I can do. And I think that's a great way to honor others. My son and myself was sick in January. I believe we had the C. I was sick. Yep. I
Oh God.
believe it was here. I believe, Raina, it was here. Nobody can, because my daughter has had the flu before.
Glad you guys are okay and you're still here.
Yes, yes.
Wow. That's so rough. Like, bless you, you're still here. Thank God.
Yes, yes, absolutely, absolutely. And so, yeah, and going forward, we just have to do. We have to just stay safe. I'm
Well,
not arguing.
we're strong for surviving. Only the fittest survive, right?
Man,
So
survival of the fittest. Yeah, yeah. And so it's still one of those to God be the glory moments because some didn't make it.
I'm gonna keep calling it the Great Reset, though.
Yeah, I agree with you.
It is what it is.
I agree with you on that. I agree. The world had to take a moment to rearrange some things. And I think even in families got closer. We had gotten so busy. And like I said, that was the first time my daughter, 90 days straight, not leaving the house, a child, nonverbal autism.
That's not normal.
At all. Her routine was totally broken, but it was the greatest 90 days I'd had with her.
Wow.
And so I can't complain.
That's because you got quality time with her.
Yeah, and with the kids too.
But when they get older, they don't have time for you, eh?
T Amber, where is Miss T at on here? Nope, they don't. They don't. They move out. They get a whole husband. Then they call you when they need something. But then if they don't need nothing, they don't call you.
That's my son. Yes.
That sounds about right. Yeah, that sounds about right. Absolutely, absolutely. But Cindy, talking to you has been amazing. One love, sugar.
Sweetheart, glad to see you and be able to finally talk to you one-on-one. And with everybody else, I have no problem with that, right? But I've never actually spoken to you like this before, so.
No. And so to put a face, even when I remember when you were experiencing the vertigo and how just the chat came together, Tony and I think it was positive, like everybody was just trying to reach out and talk. Like I just.
Oh yeah, and I was scared.
I realized we are a child.
I was alone. Like my sister had my cat at the time, so I didn't even have my pet at the time.
Wow. And I'm so happy to hear that I'm sorry that your mom passed away, and I know what that feels like, but I'm so ecstatic that you and your sisters have come together.
Oh yeah, playing instruments and singing and showing each other about our lives and just getting to know each other because we only met the one sister this year.
Wow. Yeah, that's awesome.
And my mom just met her this year too before she died. So she got to meet her daughter.
Wow.
That one was adopted out at birth, so she didn't get to know her until she's in her 40s, 50s.
Wow.
50 years later, I mean, wow, yeah.
Yeah, but she got to see wow.
Get to know her, play an instrument with her, and
yeah.
The beginning of 2020, my mom got sick. Then she came out of the hospital and she was out okay for a little while. Then she went back in and then she died.
Wow.
So she got to come out, meet her daughter, play instruments, and she was fine. And then when she went in, she was complaining of stomach pain.
Mm-hmm.
So there was nothing really wrong with her other than stomach pain. And then she died in there.
Wow.
So we don't know what really happened. We just know she went in with stomach pain, didn't come back out, right?
That's been the hard part about this year, especially with no one being able to go into the hospital.
Another thing, we couldn't have a funeral. We're like, no, we're not having a funeral. It's too dangerous.
Yeah.
The virus running around. We're like, no.
Yeah.
We're going to do a virtual this. We're going to cremate and put her in an urn.
Yeah.
So that's what we did do. It's because it's safety reasons, right?
Right. Absolutely.
We're Catholic. We want an actual funeral, but if it's safer for the family not to come together, then we're better off.
Mm-hmm.
So we just did it that way. It wasn't nothing about money or anything like that. We were just, we love you, Mom, but for the safety of everybody, this is how we're going to do it.
This is what we're going to do. Yeah.
Right. And I was in charge, and my sister took over.
Yeah.
I'm the youngest, so I got stuck with everything. I have to be the one standing strong. It'll be okay, everybody. So they couldn't do this community chat. I had to figure it out in 2 seconds.
Wow.
And I did it, but I'm just like, whoa, right?
That's still awesome, though, that you guys get to do that together. I do remember.
You talk to your mom and dad at all? Do you stay close to them?
So, my mother passed December 10th of 2017. So this year made 3 years. I'm not close with my fathers. I say that with an S. I have a biological father and a father that raised me. And I'm not close with them.
Any particular reason why you don't call and just say hi?
Oh, we call. I call my dad.
Because it's healing for your soul, not for them, right? It's for you, not them.
Absolutely. I call my dad.
Maybe they don't deserve to know you, but you deserve to know them. That's the way I look at it, right?
Well,
I just like, I went through a lot doing life. But you know what? I didn't let it stop me from knowing my mother.
Yeah.
I didn't let it stop me from knowing my father, even though my dad died really young at 54.
Mm-hmm.
My mom was 75, right?
Yeah, my mom was 57.
A really great life, a long life. I mean, I was ups and downs, but she had a long life. And how old was your mom?
57.
Yeah, that's not cool.
And she had me at 17. And so life for me started, I was like,
really young.
17 years is not a long time if my life expectancy is that of my mom's. But thankfully, my grandmother lived to be 94. And I believe that I honestly believe that God is going to bless me with a long, prosperous life. There's a scripture where I think it's over in John where it says, Lord, what does it say? Where Jesus, is it Jesus that says it or John that says it? That my will for you is that you prosper and be in good health, even as your soul prospers. And so that says to me, I can have a long life. And then the Bible says, and I'm trying my best. I'm not perfect. Y'all, I'm so not perfect. Like, I can't say it enough. I'm not perfect. Like, I don't try to be. I don't try to pretend like I am. I'm not perfect. I get mad. I get angry. I get upset. Most times it's not about me. People can do whatever to me. It's what somebody's doing to somebody else. But yeah, I get angry. But I just, at the end of the day, I try to treat people the way I want to be treated. And even with that, I'm learning that people may not want to be treated the way I want to be treated, because everybody's love language isn't the same. And so if you love someone, you're going to learn them enough to know what makes them happy, what makes them sad, so that you can be there for them. And that's something that 2020 has taught me. So
that's very good.
And I'm 42, 43. Yeah.
When I had my son at 16, I knew how important family was, and so I try to keep my family close no matter what. So they don't understand why I put up with all the downs, right? They're not looking at all the ups, all the positives. I am. I am. So I see all the good things that happen, not just the bad. You got to focus on the good things, not the bad things, and that's what'll keep you healthy and living long. Exercise, good diet, yeah. But if you're thinking positive, your brain, those will come in sequence.
Yes. And that's the other piece. Like we have to. I know for me, I had to learn how to control my brain. And I know that sounds probably weird, but my brain doesn't turn off. Like it goes even in my sleep. And so in order to do that, I had to learn how to meditate. I'm still learning how to meditate. And keep in mind, I'm coming from a religious background that kind of shuns meditation in a particular way. Get what I'm saying? Which doesn't make sense because the Bible says meditate on the word day and night. But yeah, it's confusing. But yeah, so on my search for truth, I've started meditating, and meditation does help a lot.
You know what I found? Closing my eyes and listening to my heartbeat was the easiest way to meditate. Listening to your breathing and your heartbeat, right? Just close your eyes, just shut your eyes. Listen to your heartbeat and just breathe in and out, and you'll find out that's the easiest way to meditate.
Yes.
I've been learning all kinds of things, but I found that was the easiest one.
And to be thankful about it, because guess what? Somebody, like, for every heartbeat that we have, someone is losing a heartbeat. Like, I don't know. I was talking to someone today, and I'll share this. I was talking to someone today about my mom passing, and I said, every time I hear a heart monitor flatline, it takes me right back to the night that my mother passed. But today, for some reason, when I said that, it made me think about when my mom, she was asleep and she woke up out of her sleep and she screamed my name. Like she screamed my name. And I was like, "What's wrong, Mom?" And she was like, "It hurts. It hurts." But the part that sticks with me the most is she screamed my name, which means she trusted me. She knew I had her best interest in heart. She knew that I was going to take care of her. She knew it. And
actually, my mom was crying for me. She wouldn't go nowhere until she saw my face.
Yeah.
So I told my sister to put me on this live thing and then said, "Hi, I'm here. I know what's going on. It's okay."
Yeah.
Then literally the next day she left.
Yeah.
So she found a quiet place in a hospice. Literally the next day she left.
Yeah.
So she got what she wanted and then she left, right? But she was holding on.
Yeah. And then to see all four of her daughters, that's amazing.
And with you, you've got like a lot of love around you now. You got your husband, your children. You surrounded yourself with love.
I would say God did it.
You did it too, though, because God just taught you what to do and you decided to listen.
Well, I did a lot of pushing away, though. I had a lot of barriers up, trying to protect myself.
Putting yourself down again, right?
Well, no. That's
no. You can't go there with me. You're doing a good job there raising children, and you have a husband that you married. You brought love around you. You didn't bring no hate around you. Yeah. You're not out there committing crimes despite what happened to you.
Right. Now
you have to be positive about it, right?
Yes. And that's something I still instilled in my kids at a young age.
Good.
About 12.
Very, very important.
Whatever decision you make now can affect you for the rest of your life. And that's something that 12-year-olds need to know.
But you really got to stop putting yourself down, please. Okay?
I didn't feel, so do I? Because I didn't think that I did.
I just watched you do it again, right? I'm like, no. I see you doing the live a lot, and I'm like, oh, I wish you'd stop doing that.
I didn't know that I did.
Your brain. It's not, your brain's wired wrong, and you know it, right? Mine is too in a different way. I got anxiety, depression I have, right? So I used to put myself down and doubt myself a lot, and it ruined me.
Wow. I didn't realize that about myself. So a
lot of people don't realize when they do it, though.
What did I say? This is gonna make me go back and listen.
You started talking about your past and all the bad things. I'm like, you got to focus on the positives.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's kind of putting yourself down too when you do that, right? Listen to yourself when you talk about negative in your past. Just see that I'm right. You're like, whoa.
And see, for me, with the negative in my past, I've always tried to make it positive. I've always
focusing on it's not good either.
Well, you have. For me right now, focusing is therapy. And the reason why is because there's been so much buried that I didn't deal with that as I peel layers back, it's helping me be free. Because there's this, so for a long time,
you didn't get help. You didn't get the proper help to help you deal with it.
Right. I learned how to, my husband taught me this. I learned how to suppress things, and every day is a new day. And so, like, there was one time my husband and I had an argument, and it was a new day. And so I'm like, it's a new day. And he was like, no, we need to talk about yesterday. I was like, why? That's yesterday. Today a new day. He was like, no, life doesn't work like that.
You talk to your like mom or dad. Do you have bad feelings when you talk to them, or you come to grips with everything?
Oh, I came to grips with everything in 2014 with.
That's a long time though.
With my mom, and even before she passed, which I'm so thankful for, she and I got to have a lot of conversations. And I asked her if she could do anything different about parenting, what would it be? And she said, I would communicate with you guys differently. I only did to y'all what was done to me. And so to me, that was enough. She didn't owe me anything else. I'd already forgiven her long before that, even though I've been told that that's my way of not addressing it. But my thing is, why am I going to hold somebody accountable for something they didn't know?
Yeah, that's right. Why are you going to hold them accountable in the first place?
Yeah, and
doesn't make sense.
Forward the way that I just knew that wasn't the type of mother that I would be. She was an amazing grandmother to my children. I thank God for that. And I honored her as my mother.
What you're trying to do is forgive them, because that's what the Bible teaches you.
Exactly. So, honor your mother and father so that your days may be long.
Bingo. You forgive them because the same thing it says forgive, so you can forgive yourself. And
you too, Bruce. I was gonna say Vermont. You too, Bruce. But yeah, no, I never realized I put myself down.
Well, if you recorded yourself, you're like, oops.
I just don't think that. I guess the best way to see, and I don't even know if that makes sense. Like, I don't think that highly of myself as like I'm better than anybody. I'm just a regular person. I'm Isha.
How is that about you?
I have faults. I'm not perfect. Like, we all have faults. We all aren't perfect.
Yes,
so
yes, we do.
And that's the thing that I just. Because I think sometimes people look at me and they think that I have it all together, and I don't. Like,
but what you told me is that you need to talk about it in order to get therapy.
So that's the thing. When I started, I could tell you this was after my mom passed, and my Heritage DNA was doing a free DNA for people that was adopted, and so I just wrote them, and I was like, I wasn't adopted. I thought that my father was a particular man. I found out at 14 that through a blood test that he's not my father. I believe that this person is, which I had already met my biological father. I was like, but I just want to know for sure. And they sent me a kit, and I was able to do the DNA test. And one of my cousins did the test as well on my biological father's side, and it came back that we were first cousins. Well, when the test came back, I literally got lightheaded and I had to sit down. And then I felt this heaviness come off of me that I didn't even know was there. So imagine I've probably been carrying that around since I was 14 years old. And I didn't even know that was weighing me down. And so that's the importance of going back, looking, talking, and figuring some things out. There was something else
if you don't deal with that, it affects your relationships in the future too, right?
Yes, ma'am. So, yeah, and you don't even know it. That's the thing. You don't even know
all you want, but it surfaces eventually, right?
Yes, you don't. So another thing, my husband, two things that I found out about. about myself this year that were triggers that I didn't know. Screeching of tires is one. Like, wow. I cannot stand screeching of tires. It doesn't bother me now, but up until a few months ago, it did. And I didn't know why. Why did I do that? I didn't know why. Hey, Sly, thank you.
What's up, Sly Reed? Good afternoon.
And so it took me back to a time when I was a child. Basically, a traumatic event had happened, and at the end of that event, the person sped off, and all I remember was the screeching of the tires. So every time that I heard screeching of tires, and keep in mind, this is 42 now, and I probably was 9 then. I'm 43 now, but it was 42 when I figured it out. And that's when I paired it together, and I was like, ah. And so at that point, now it doesn't bother me anymore. Same thing. My husband was beating on the bedroom window one day, and it triggered me to just, and he didn't get it. I was like, why would you knock on it? I was just so angry. Wow. And he was like, calm down. You couldn't hear me. I was like, no, you didn't have to. I mean, I was like, you didn't have to knock that hard. You didn't have to do it. And
bottle and blast.
Yeah.
You're angry.
Also, yeah. It was also tied. It kind of, how do you say, freed me. And I put those two things together. It still shocks me a little bit, but not to that degree if somebody bangs hard on the door. So it's all about, you got to know where those places come from and dealing with it. And I don't know. And that's just taking the time that God has allowed me to take with myself this year since we've been stuck in the house to learn more about me.
Well, I too was like brought up in an environment that was violent, like it's a violent environment where they're doing drugs and alcohol, and and then we was my cousins, so we too was like brought up really off. So when I grew up, I was angry. So when I had my children, I was just snapping at everybody, bottle and blast. I had to go to anger management to learn how to control my anger. So it's the only way I could get better. And I went back to school, which was good. So when I got pregnant, I quit, and then I went back after having children.
Yeah. And believe it or not, I have been told that, like, me even dealing with things and trying to be better and trying to be positive, I've been told that it's fake. It's not what I feel. And I'm like, how you gonna tell me what I feel? I know me. This is just how God designed me. I can't, you know what I'm saying? Nothing ever kept me down, even as a kid. I've always been, in my youngest daughter, one of the things that I always say about her is any barrier you put up for her, she's going to figure a way around it. She gets that from her mama. Nothing is going to hold me down, period. And so I've been that way all my life. My mother was that way. So perhaps in my biological father's that way. So I often say God took the best things of them and made me. I don't know. And both of them have great hearts. So I can't.
That's true, though.
Question it. Triggers can be life-threatening if we don't learn to control exactly and combat them. When we absolutely. I went for years, and my daughter can tell you this, without a gun in our home because I almost shot her one time. She came to the house. She had her earpods in. She didn't say it's. I'm constantly saying, "Who is it? Who is it? Who's entering the house?" You know, I'm armed, and she didn't hear me. And so we just got weapons back in the house this year.
I thought it was normal to carry a gun around. Now I know I don't have to. I went back to school, right? So I learned not to. I don't have to, right?
Right.
But it's really hard to put a gun down after you pick one up.
Yeah. Well, and then just knowing the protecting piece, I think that, you know, I firmly believe in the Second Amendment right of the United States, in the right to carry.
Here, I can go down the street, just pick up a gun, bang.
Wow.
It's too easy to get a gun, right? So I don't really care to have one in my house.
And so that's the thing. I don't think it should be super hard to get a gun, but I don't think it should be super easy either. In any
automatic weapon, you have a criminal record or not. I don't have a criminal record, so I can get one, no problem.
Yeah, criminal record, you can't. Well, I don't know if it's
my son's a police officer. I worked for lawyers for years. I can get a gun.
Yeah.
Okay, but somebody else will have a hard time. I won't.
Yeah.
I'm just different. I'm left-handed. I've got a mental problem. Work for the law. Been around
you had any problems. You didn't tell me.
Just like you're different. You're unique because you're different.
Right. We're
That's
all wired different.
you are. I mean, you don't want to change that. And being fake or real, that's up to you. Whether you should know that for yourself.
Exactly.
Don't let someone else decide that for you.
I don't.
Good
to
girl.
me, that makes. I
Good
mean,
girl.
they're obviously miserable if they're not okay with it. Because
I'm okay with it. I'm sure the people in the live right here are okay with it too.
I appreciate y'all.
Pretty
Like,
sure.
I wouldn't be like, yeah,
You
no,
can't let one bad apple spoil the bunch.
never.
There's always one to come along, right?
And actually, that wasn't even by anybody on YouTube that said that. That was someone in my real life. It was like, you have to experience hurt. You can't. And it's like, yeah, I hurt, but I don't let those things dictate me. Yeah, like I was looking at my cousin took pictures at my mom's funeral, and I didn't realize, like, it's my time to grieve now because I helped everyone else grieve her before I even started grieving her. It's my time to grieve her now. And having lost my best friend of 31 years, that made me grieve her this year. More than anything.
Wow.
More than anything. Hold on. Uniqueness and different opinions is what makes the world go round. Absolutely. I firmly agree.
Bless up, simply living.
Yes, because the thing is, if we were all alike, can you imagine how boring the world would be?
Like, oh, we'd have more craziness. Yeah, we'd have nothing to do.
True. But I hadn't even paid attention. I guess I need to look if crime is down since this pandemic has been in effect. I just wonder. I know for me, like I said, it just I love what you call it, the Great Reset. Like, that's what it's been for me. Like, things in my life are just, I see it differently now. And my time is valuable. It's just, I can't explain it.
You can reset.
That's crazy. Because tomorrow's topic, which I'll share now, but tomorrow's topic for Wisdom Wednesday is some things can't be explained. They should just be understood. Crime is up. Yeah, see, I don't even know. I hadn't paid attention.
That's what I thought. Crime is up in Toronto.
Suicide rate has gone up.
Domestic abuse, a whole bunch of things have gone up, and they've been saying that too.
Mm-hmm. And the crazy thing is, I don't think people. Let me see if I can make a comment from my Facebook page.
Excuse me, man. I have a sip.
I'm gonna see if I can make the comment just so you can see what my profile picture is on my Facebook page. So this is my Facebook page. I made this my profile picture at the beginning of the year, end of last year, and that's the symbol for suicide awareness. And I did not know that this year was going to be this type of year, but I've lost too many people to suicide, more than I'd like to count. And so I made this my profile picture for the entire year of 2020, with hopes that people would know that they can reach out to me, they can talk to me. I will have this tattooed on me somewhere before the year is over, because people need to know they're not in this alone. We're all in this together. My team wrote on the raising of crimes in our dissertation. Wow. And this just breaks my heart right here. That breaks my heart. Because I don't ever want anyone to feel alone. We're all in this together, whether we know it or not. We're in it together. So yeah. Sly, how I'm saying Sly. Sylvester, how Well, Sly, how do you know what the rate is? And is it globally or just in the US? That's something that's good to know.
I was just looking up your Facebook account.
Awesome. Yes.
You know, it's me.
Stay connected. Get connected. Because it's public, but I doubt if I'll make it private. I don't do anything that I'm ashamed of. If that makes sense. Like life is life. Yeah.
I make sure I don't do things I'm going to regret either.
Yeah. I've been that way all my life.
I believe God's watching me, so.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I've been that way all my life. And if I did it, I did it. I mean.
Admit it.
Yeah. You know.
Admit it.
Yeah. You move forward. Absolutely. Cindy, you are a pleasure to talk to. Like, I'm so happy to finally meet you.
You're such a pleasure.
You're 50. Like, I had you as like 18 to 21 painted in my mind. Yeah, because
you're great. Not kidding.
Yeah, no, I know about gray. I got some too.
But if I dyed my hair, I'd probably blend in, and that's scary.
Yeah, not scary. That's a good thing.
Under 19, no.
That's a good thing.
We're talking lockup city, yo.
Yeah, that's a good thing.
I couldn't do it. I treat them like kids anyways because of my age.
Yeah.
I've adopted a lot of children that are broken.
Yeah. And see, I struggle with that too. The word of using broken when referencing people, and that's something.
The reference broken because they can fix it.
Hold on one second. Hey, Lady J.
That's neat.
You have a wonderful day too, and be safe on that road. Hopefully, you're not in any snow areas. I've enjoyed you, Raina. Thank you so much for your support. I appreciate you. I do. Oh yeah, I was saying I struggle with broken because how can I say it? Because everybody goes through something that can cause, let's just say the motto for my life is, well, I have a mantra and all that positive push taught us, but I may bend, but I won't break. And that's something that I try to instill in everyone. You may bend.
I refer to them as broken because they're in and out the law. They won't listen to their parents, won't listen to the police, won't listen to nobody. Yeah. So then I come along and I show them love, but at the same time, I don't give them too many choices because if you do, they're going to make the wrong choices. You got to show them by leading by example. So they see me doing things they try to follow, and then I try to get them to do the right things, make the right choices on their own after a while, right? Some of them do well, some of them don't. I mean, some of them come from homes that are just really messed up. I mean, so they have to leave. They have to leave. So then when they come across me, they're just thanking God
for something different.
Right.
I praise God for you even doing it. I wish more people would foster and open up their homes. What's crazy is in May, when I started this channel, one of the things that I talked about was possibly adopting and wanting another child. And in October, my nephew came to live with us. And yeah, and I'm just elated. Like I love having him here.
How old is he?
He's 17. He and my son are 3 months apart. They're two brothers' children. And I just, like, God knew we needed that in our home. And it's crazy. Like, literally the weekend he came, my daughter got married that Saturday and moved out. And he just moved right on into my daughter's room. And it just
nice
kept flowing. So, yeah.
My sister lost her husband.
You're in Memphis, 55 North, on my way back to the Midwest, and you didn't want me to meet you somewhere, Lady J, so we can have lunch?
Wow.
Lady J.
Bless up. That's wild.
Oh,
That's
55, like that's literally nowhere from my house. Nowhere. Like if you were to get off on, let's see, 55 North. So if you were to get off on uh Norris Road, South Parkway, Union, I literally could meet you anywhere in 7 minutes.
You watch, you don't tell everybody where you live though.
Oh. No, listen. People can Google your
everybody knocking on your door. Hey, we know who you are.
They can, yeah. As long as they know I ain't no killer, in the words of Tupac, but don't push me. I stay strapped.
Just tell them to call before they come. Wow.
I have a friend that fosters. I call her Superwoman. I don't see how she does it. My friend does it. I don't know if she's still on here, but not only does she does it, she make it look so. Not only does she do it, she makes it look so easy, and I know it's not, because those children.
You know when you have a job you love to do, it's no longer a job anymore, eh?
No, and when I'm telling you, like she. God, when they bring those kids to her home and they don't have anything, the first thing she does is go out and buy clothes or this and that. Sometimes she's buying it before they get there. It's just like, what? Just
good morning and bless up, Nash.
Yeah, it's wow. Yeah,
I know it's crazy because you don't see yourself doing that, right?
Oh, I could. I totally could.
You could. Okay, that's great. If you can see yourself doing it, maybe you might think it's hard to do, but if you get into it, it's not the same as watching it.
I totally could. I've even talked to my husband about, I would love to foster children who are like in hospice or okay, Lady J. Okay. She said, yes, my friend makes it look so easy too. Yeah, she does. But my friend is so good with kids. Like they were camping in the house the other day, had tents up and everything.
That's me.
Like, how do you do that? Yeah, like I want to be that type of fun person.
That was me.
But
I'm throwing a sheet over my kitchen table and let's make it a tent.
Oh no, they had real tents up, jumping machine going. I'm like, and this was all in the house. I was like, that's why
children, that's what we did. So because I did it when I was a child, I want the children to do it too.
Yeah, and so I just, for me, I want to foster children who, and this is gonna sound so bad, and I don't know how to say it better, who doesn't have a long life expectancy, but somebody has left them. And it's not because I don't want to deal with them for a long time. It's because I don't want them to live and not feel loved. I feel everybody should feel loved.
I feel the same.
And so, yeah. I thought about being a volunteer to be a CASA, which is like a community something for DHS and Child Protective Services, and you're basically like guardian ad litem or whatever for a particular child and helping reunite them with their family. But I don't know. I still may. My heart just yeah. So I don't know.
Got mixed feelings about it.
I don't know if my heart can take it. I get too attached. Absolutely. Definitely I get attached.
I do too.
Hospice I could do. I just could, because to me there's nothing more beautiful than being in the room with an individual when God calls them home and comes to take them home. And I know that sounds awful. I'm not a serial killer. I don't believe people should be killed. It's crazy the number of people I've been there for in literally their last breath. And there was only one time that it was a bad situation, and it was a young man I didn't know that ended up getting shot. And the crazy thing about it was he was somebody's family member that I knew, and I didn't even know at that time. I just stepped in and did what I do. But I could do that.
Something happened to me though when I was younger. I was holding parties. They shot a guy 30 years old with 2 Guinness in his pocket. So
wait, say that again.
I was holding parties in downtown Toronto, right? And somebody, basically a gang came in and shot one young guy. He was 30 years old. He had 2 Guinness in his pocket, his front, as a classic, right? So I scratched the record, ran them out. They went right past my sister, like, and my girlfriend, like, they went past a few family members when they left the club. So I shut the club down and started running a coffee shop restaurant up top. So I was like, no, I'm not having this. But shooting a guy that young, like, wow, 30 years old.
And it's crazy. My husband, he will tell you, he's gotten on me so many times, because even with this, we were I was living in an apartment at that time with just me and my kids, and I heard the gunshots, and then I heard screaming, and I told my kids to get down, lock the door, and I ran out. That's all. I'm the person that I don't know where that instinct comes from to just go and help.
Oh yeah, I tried to revive the guy twice and called 911 and tried to call for help.
Yeah,
it's all on me, right? Because I was on the table beside them.
Yeah. So this guy had been shot so many times. I knew that any type of CPR was only going to cause him to bleed out more.
No, this guy was shot right in the heart.
Man.
So me reviving him was lucky, actually.
Yeah, it was. Hey, Charlotte. Thank you.
Ultimately, they passed away. Obviously, we know they passed away. I can tell yours passed away too. Your victim.
But his sister and I stayed connected, and his cousin I actually worked with. It was kind of crazy. Like, I just didn't know.
Yeah, that must have hit home pretty hard, because I didn't even know this guy, and I hurt.
Yeah, I had to move. I had to move immediately. I had to move. I couldn't stay anymore.
Good afternoon, Dre, CEO.
That's my husband. Yes.
That's your husband? Oh,
that's my fire.
You got good taste. Awesome.
Never camping ever again after 22 years of it. No. Well, yeah, military. There is a calming, sweet feeling that comes in the room. Yes. Listen.
Amen. Ooh. Simply Living's got it.
Oh my God. Yes. I'm telling you. Being able to hold my grandmother was one of the most beautiful things I'll ever. I can't even explain it, but she was in her right mind until her last breath. And it was like some things just kind of reversed. And I'll never forget my last words to my grandmother was, I will honor my mother as long as I have breath in my body. Because I often say I was raised by my grandparents, and we lived in the house with my grandparents. That's where I was nurtured. That's where I learned how to take care of people. And those were the last words I said to my grandmother, and she took her last breath. And I honored those words. I did. I prayed about it. I said, God, you're going to have to teach me how to love somebody that I don't feel loves me. And I understood then it wasn't that my mom didn't love me. She just loved me the best that I could. And her issue was never with me. Whatever her issue was goes back to before I even came into the world. So I had nothing to do with it. So I thought, but part of it was she slept with my biological father one time, and boom, I came. So I'm a constant reminder of what she may have thought was a mistake, but in the end, God fixed it and turned it around, and so I'm blessed by it. And so yeah, I agree with you on that.
Mysterious ways.
Yeah, there's nothing when God. Oh yeah, and so that's kind of. And especially when they don't fight, they know that it's time, and they just go. Like my mom, I'll never forget her telling her best friend, and that's how I knew that she was transitioning. And I called the family like, come, because my mother's numbers didn't show. Her doctor kept saying, he said, I thought I'd just be able to see her tomorrow because her numbers didn't show. But my mama told her friend, she didn't tell me. She said, friend, we talked about this. She said, I'm not giving up the fight. It's just time for me to go home. Those were her words. And so I knew then that God was coming. And I tried to give everybody an opportunity to be there. Wow. My granny died at church. She got up to testify, felt God. And as soon as she sat down, she passed. The smile stayed. Wow.
That's amazing.
Whoa. That is breathtaking. Wow. The smile stayed on her. Yeah, and I know people probably are looking at us like these folk crazy. They talking about somebody done died and their smile, but when you know that God is God and that there is a creator, that He's the creator, the author, finisher of our faith, and when you know that that person knows Him, and it's just I can't explain it. And Dre said, "Wow, like yeah,
That's what we were saying. Pretty
yeah,
much.
like ah." I
That's
just know that
amazing.
and it is real, and that's how you know that God is real. And it was 2014 that like I knew God, but it was 2014 that I knew Him, that I knew that I hear Him, and that nobody can change what I feel about Him ever, because He's real. Nobody's not gonna tell me He's not real. He has shown Himself so many times in my life, and I'm not perfect. I can't say that enough. I'm not perfect, but I do love Him, and I do try to show Him in all of my actions and everything that I do, even when speaking with other people. Like I try to show God's goodness, His light. I try my best, and I'm not perfect. I'm still human. I still get angry. I still get upset about things. People make me mad. It's life, right? But
True.
man, but He is real. Like I know He's real. Yeah, that just oh my God, that is just beautiful. Oh, that's beautiful. Yeah, absolutely. Cindy, you are amazing. I don't know that you are absolutely amazing.
I think you are too, though. I guess that's why I called and took a chance.
Well, look, Raina. Now, don't you stop. Don't you start now.
She's amazing too, though.
Don't you start. 'Cause I feel you on that one. Yes. Yes, that's it. I've seen too much and felt too much to not believe. Period.
Amen.
Period. Like, yeah, no.
First time I seen God was 1986 when I had my son and died on the operating table.
Wow.
I had 3 cracked ribs, had a C-section. I was 16 years old.
Wow, wow, wow.
Kind of like I went up to the sky, seen the light, and I was looking down at all the doctors running around the operating room.
Wow.
So when I woke up the next day, I had a baby, and that's when I knew God is really there.
Wow.
Because I was floating, and then I could breathe really easily, and there's no stress, and there's a real calming effect, eh?
Mm-hmm.
And you see this, you go up to this white light first. It's like a classic, right? So I'm like, who's going to believe me? So I didn't say nothing for years.
Wow.
Years and years went by, but I knew it was real.
Yes, I believe that is real. One of my mom's favorite books is The Shack. She would read it over and over and over again. Yeah. Wow. God is awesome.
Amen. All the time.
Awesome.
Every time I see another day, I thank God.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And you have to be mindful not to forget it, because sometimes we take life for granted, like we're supposed to wake up tomorrow, like we're supposed to still be alive later on.
You and I have some in common. We faced cancer and we beat it.
I didn't. My mother did. I've not.
You still have it?
No, I've never had cancer.
Oh, you never did. It was your mom.
It was my mother. Mm-hmm.
So I know you had problems with cancer in your family, and once you face something like that, you really do see God.
Yeah, it was my mom, and that was her second time. Her first time, she was 39 years old. She stayed in remission, and then it came back. But yeah, I've never faced cancer.
I had cystic fibrosis, and then I had lymph tumors. The lymph tumors were worse because the chemo, I actually got through it all right.
Mm-hmm.
I was much younger when I had the cystic fibrosis. So when I got older, I got the lymph tumors. They're chopping them up while I'm awake.
Wow.
That's traumatizing, right?
Oh yeah, I've had to have a what do you call it? A biopsy on a lump before, and they do it while you're awake, and it hurts.
Yep, it does.
Yeah.
Imagine them chopping it out while you're awake too. Whoa. So.
We love chatting with you.
Yeah,
enjoy your day. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Yeah.
Hope you have a great day, and thank you so much.
Man.
Your opinions are very invaluable. So, hey, thumbs up.
Yeah, and that's one thing I love about the chat is that everybody shares their own opinion, and everybody's opinions matter. Like your opinion matters here.
That's how I learn.
Yeah, that's how we all learn, truthfully. And we're never too old to learn. As long as we know that, as long as we have breath in our bodies, we still have the ability to learn something.
I believe I got to learn something new every day. So,
yeah.
Don't I believe I'm not living?
Yeah. 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 And contribute. Like my goal is always to try to contribute to society in some way daily. Be it just a kind smile to a stranger, a good morning to a stranger. I try to put something positive out into the world daily.
Oh, since the coronavirus, I made friends with like 1 or 2 people that are in their 70s, 80s.
Mm-hmm.
Try to like bring them lunch or just bring them things that they need, right? Medications.
Yeah, grocery store runs. Absolutely.
Thank you, Mr.
Thank
Dre.
You,
Please remember to hit the thumbs up.
Yes.
Please like, share, and subscribe.
Yes, thank you, Dre. That guy makes my heart flutter. I
like how he's supportive to
you. Okay, positive. I'll be calling you too. Right. That's it, Lady J. That's it. Yes, these YouTube streets. So what are the channels that you visit?
Me?
Mm-hmm. I know I've seen you in. Hey, Bench Thinker, thank you for coming in. How are you doing? What are some other channels that you visit?
Jamaica YouTube TV. Now it's YouTube Reactions. Jamaica YouTube Reactions. I go to Unstoppable.
Oh yeah.
There's a lady named Dr. Mia Ritter Indestructible.
How is she doing?
She's up and down. She's taking a lot of medication to try to control the heart. She's trying to find money for the pacemaker and all that. But so the medication is a lot of money too, right? So she's just struggling. She can't work, and I'm glad she's got her husband, but it's all a struggle for her right now. I mean, it's touch and go, right?
Yeah. I'm gonna have to get over to her channel. I hadn't been over in a while.
She hasn't been doing too much lives lately, but I do have her personal numbers and stuff.
Okay.
I do check in every now and then. Hey, how you doing, honey?
Yeah, that's good.
And if she comes to Canada, I would look after her. So.
Oh.
I would not let her go astray here in Canada, like.
Yeah.
I'd be interested in showing her the CN Tower and the Dome and the like Ontario and take her to Center Island, like the traditional things we do in Toronto.
Yeah.
But the Caravana and all these different things going on, she would love it. She'd probably enjoy it.
Yeah. My husband, he went to Toronto for work. I went to Niagara Falls back in, it was in the 90s, I believe.
It's about a 2-hour drive from here.
Wow. Yeah, we were in Detroit and then we drove up to the falls.
I like America. America, we went over to America once. They knew we were Canadian because we used the word A.
A.
My sister and I, we went over there. They're like, "You're Canadian." Like, how do you know that? You said A. We're like laughing our heads off because they were so funny over there.
Wow.
But yeah. I'm not sure what town we were in though. I don't even know where we were actually at when we went over.
Okay, Toronto for fun, Vancouver for work. Excuse me. Yeah.
She came to Toronto for fun. See, she would have a lot of fun.
Yeah, and you went to Vancouver for work.
Absolutely. If you're coming to Toronto, you got to tell me when you're coming so I can take care
definitely. Most definitely.
My house very cool. I don't let nobody in here. It's very quiet, stress free, no thieves.
Yeah.
We're all blessed up in this house. You got God in every room, and there's the internet and there's stuff like that. So you'd be all right here. We're
Yeah.
close to the subway station too. Like you go to the parking lot, there's a subway.
Wow.
So I'd make sure you're taken care of. And
wow, Bench Thinker says I'm 40 minutes away from the Niagara Falls. That is awesome.
Very lucky. It's beautiful.
So beautiful. Yes, it's
we
so
both said it again. We are sisters.
It is so beautiful. Dre said, "Yeah, I was saying that when I heard her say A."
Don't you?
Yeah,
we say it a lot. We say sorry and a lot. I noticed.
Yeah, it's just certain places that you can kind of. That's just like people from Baltimore. We were at a comedy show, and I kept telling him, I was like, that guy must. I was like, he got to be from Baltimore, and he was like, why do you keep saying that? I was like, because the way he was saying chew, it's just like chew, do, shoe. And after the show, we were talking. We ended up meeting the comedian, and my husband was like, "Where are you from?" And he was like, "Baltimore." And he was like, "My wife said it," and he was like, "What gave me away?" I was like, "When you said to, shoe, do, it's just the way they say it." Yeah,
you can tell. Parlez-vous français? Do you speak French?
I don't. And I actually took French 2 years in high school, so I know bonjour, ça va, ça va.
Comment ça va? Ça va bien, merci. Yeah, I speak French though, right?
Yeah. So, that's funny. My French name is Isabelle. And I took 2 years of French. And so, Miss Wildridge, if you're on here looking at me, I'm sorry, I'm not doing you well right now.
I just know my cat's name's Lafayette. My mom's name's Yvette. We got French names, right?
Yeah. Sly said it's just like how we say Maine on every sentence. That's true. In Memphis, like we say Maine, and Maine can be said in a there's variations of it, like Maine, and it's just kind of like that's messed up, or like Maine. That's like it's just
that's true.
It's different ways that you can say
but
it.
I love the accents, though. The accents make you guys unique.
Sylvester, she would be so ashamed because I was like a star student, but that's what we tell our goddaughter right now. Our goddaughter is fluent in Russian, and my husband just asked her the other day, was she still practicing it? And she was like, not as much. And he was like, look, get back on it. Do not lose that, because it's a skill that you can use for the rest of your life. And I'm like, yeah, do not lose that. So yeah, Ms. Woodruff would definitely be ashamed. I almost want to just go look up some stuff just because
that's how I got a lot of jobs, though. I got a lot of jobs because I'm multilingual.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So, like, because you don't speak French, I do, so they gave me the job, not you.
Mm-hmm. It definitely being multilingual, bilingual at minimal is a good asset to have on your resume, period.
Exactly, because now when I look at people that I'm hiring, I look at the different languages. So if you're Italian and English and so on. So if you speak another language and English, we're like, hey, we want you. Yeah. We want people to speak different languages. So you get your children into like learning different languages, even if it's just Mexican, Italian, Portuguese, Greek.
Like Spanish.
Yeah, Spanish. Just another language besides your native language. Then they have a higher chance of getting jobs than you do.
Yeah. In the military, we pay extra to those who can speak another language, and it pays by the language. So if you're a multilingual, you can make big bucks. Wow.
Right. I speak patois, I speak French, I speak English, I speak Italian, Greek, Portuguese. So I like different languages. I'm like bilingual or multilingual.
Multilingual, yeah. Wow.
And I consider myself bilingual because my native tongue is like French and English, right?
Wow. That's awesome.
The fact that I'm Roman Catholic, well, they always want to hire me, right?
Well, hey, Roman Catholic, let's see, you're not considered, what is it, Protestant is Not a Protestant. Babe, what is it?
Christian.
No. It's something with a G.
Gospel.
No, not gospel.
I'm guessing.
Wow, he said that would be an extra 1,000 for you. Wow.
I get paid big bucks when they send me to work, though. I'm not lying about that. They do pay me pretty good when I go.
I can believe that. I can believe that just for the multi languages.
What I do like doing is when they do pay me big bucks, go create a job for somebody else.
There you go.
So if you give me like 1,000 an hour, I'm like trying to find something that for someone else to do for $500.
Wow.
Because I really don't need the money like the next guy does. So I'm like, okay, well, I'll take the job because you called me.
Wow.
But I really have a guy that will do the job too and help me along if you don't mind, right?
That's awesome.
So, like I did that to the restaurant down the street here.
That's awesome.
This guy's a Trinidadian dude. He's just getting started back in December when the pandemic started.
Mm-hmm.
So I told him, put a stereo in. It'll give you some vibes,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, put some Christmas tunes on or whatever. It gives it a vibe to go with the food, right?
Most definitely.
So you find out the loopholes. You just fill in the gaps.
Yes, I'm learning that with YouTube.
Good girl.
I'm learning that with YouTube. Definitely some of my gaps are I need to start uploading videos. Going live is great, but I do need to do some uploads with that are shorter. So I'm gonna work on that some. I need to go back and edit a lot of my live videos and take out all dead space.
Like I don't know where you find the patience to do all that. Sort of sad, all the patience to do it. I liked when you went outside, though. Outside was really good for you.
I enjoyed that a lot. Actually, the live I did Sunday, I did it from outside, but we were just sitting outside in our friend's backyard around the fire. But yeah,
that's cool.
I enjoyed it. Definitely going to do more nature walks.
That's cool because my foot's broken. I can't go nowhere, right? So when you do this,
I do the hike.
Very cool.
Which I doubt it, but if I do it, I'm probably gonna stream it. But I don't know. I want to, but I can see it being really hard on me.
You just take baby steps.
Yeah.
There's little baby steps.
Yeah.
I know you can do whatever you put your mind to.
That is true.
Yeah.
That is true. It's the
disabled people that can't walk or they can't get outside for whatever reason.
Mm-hmm.
So when you go out there, you're doing them a favor.
Wow. Yeah. I never thought about it like that, but yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good way to think about it too.
Especially pandemic time when everybody's cooped up.
Yeah.
They'd like to see the campfire or just being out in the backyard with the family or just the outside stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Whoa. Yeah. If you want to, I want to. He says, I'm thinking I want to do it. If you want to do it, I want to do it. We can do it.
We got company.
All right. Shalom. Thank you, Sylvester.
Stay safe. Be blessed, my friend.
Yes, most definitely. Most definitely. Well, babe, if you're going to do it, we need to be signed up in the next 2 days, I think.
Oh, wow.
Because it's on January 1st. But if you want to do it, I'll do it.
That's cool.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be awesome.
Mm-hmm. Just because it's so pretty out there. Oh my God, it's so pretty.
It is. I can imagine.
It's so pretty. I never thought I would love camping. I didn't, but I love it. Though somebody said if we didn't go camping, we went glamping. Whatever. I'll take it. I'll take glamping.
My sisters and I are planning to get together this summer to do some camping.
It should be fun.
It should be different because we're not used to each other yet.
Yeah, so you get to know each other and learn about each other.
But camping can bring you guys closer too, right?
Oh, most definitely. Most definitely.
By the way, I love your nails. Your nails look really nice today.
Thank you. I wish I had the box to show you what it is. It's the Empress press-on nails. I started using them back when the pandemic started, and I have a cousin that's been using them for years. She's been telling us about them, and we were like, oh, whatever. But when the pandemic hit, it was like, I need to try these. And when I tried them, I was like, oh, I like these.
Thing is, they look real on you.
And they're not long. So
now maybe that's why they're rounded. They're not long, so they look real.
Thank you.
Did a good job.
So literally, it's just take the adhesive off and boop, put it on.
Nice. How long do they stay on?
They give you 30 in the pack. So, like I've gone 2 weeks before without having one break off or anything. But if it does, there's a backup. But I usually get 3 sets out of each pack.
I just found the ones that I bought in the past, they'd pop off too easy. Because the glue was like not that great.
Yeah, see, and some people use the adhesive in the glue. I just put the adhesive on because I want to be able to pop them off, and I want to pop them off too. So, yeah, I don't let anything stay too long. I don't know why. I don't know why.
Mine just don't last long. I'm hard on my nails, so.
Yeah.
My mom used to do her nails. I got my mom's nails, so I just got a habit of doing them all the time.
That's a good thing. It keeps me from, when I do put them on, it keeps me from biting them. Because I will bite my nails in the skin around my nails out of anxiety.
I never knew that's why I bit my nails. Anxiety, eh?
Mm-hmm.
Never knew that.
Yep, since I was little.
Yeah, me too, since I was little. Bit my nails. Yep.
Okay.
I should let you go, though, because I'm sure you have something to do today, and so do I, right?
Yeah, and I'm coming back live again this evening. I'm not sure what time, but I will be live.
You don't know what time yet.
I'm going to set it in advance.
Do you have an estimate time?
It's probably going to be between 5 and 7. I'm thinking 6. It's either going to be 5 or 6. That's for sure.
I'm giving all of us some expectations now, so we can look out for you between that time.
Yes, ma'am. I'm going to put up the what do you call it? The reminder. Yeah, I'm going to set up the reminder.
A premiere, but it is a reminder.
And so I'm really thinking it's going to be 6. Yeah.
Cool.
It's not too late, but it's not too early. Kind of give people time to get out of traffic, and that gives me enough time to kind of prepare, and go from there. Yeah, I'm a little bit. I don't want to say scared, but I am a little bit not terrified, but, and I don't want to say fear either, because God has not given us the power, whether it's a fear, but of love.
What is it that you're fearing, though?
The topic, Breonna Taylor, police misconduct. Those are police misconduct itself is kind of a tough topic, because it's almost like if you talk about it, then you're anti-police, and I'm not anti-police. I'm pro-police.
Just stay neutral. Stay neutral, because you're doing the topic. You're the host.
Yeah, and
you're not supposed to really give your opinion. You're supposed to stay neutral.
Yeah.
That way, we give our opinions, they give theirs, and then we all, then you jump in that conversation, whatever they're saying. That way, you're staying neutral, and you don't take no slack from it from other people once the live goes after, right?
Yeah.
Once you post it, it's forever, right? So,
it's forever. Oh yeah. Trust me.
I really don't want to keep see you saying the wrong thing.
Right. And that's like one thing for sure, what I say will be what I stand on, and that's why I did what I did with the Rayshard Brooks case, and I still stand on what I said, even though a lot of people that look like me didn't agree with me and really came for me. And it's okay, but I said what I felt was right, and those officers were in the right to protect themselves. I don't feel they should have any charges against them at all. And that's in that case. I can't say the same thing about other cases. Ahmaud Arbery is different.
What we're talking about earlier. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're not saying the same thing in that case, that's for sure.
Right. So I'm a case by case. Like, that's the part that we have to be careful about, because if we just continue to group everything together instead of looking at things in a case by case manner, we then start to lose the credibility in the the weight that's needed to even push a movement if we don't actually pay attention to all parts that are involved. You can't leave anything on emotion. And I've always said that you have to look at facts, black and white. And that's one thing that my daughter, and when I say black and white, I'm talking about paper, not people. Because even the gray areas are covered if you pay attention to the black and the white, and that's what's on paper. And so law is law. And if the law allows for what happened to be okay, then we need to go back to the law and get the law
allow it to happen again if they don't do something there and then.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
so that means that law needs to be changed or
exactly. But as individuals and as a collective, we have to know that, and we have to be willing to do the steps that it takes to get a law.
That'd be legislation.
Yeah, and you got to
everybody. It's legislation.
Yeah,
I went through enough of that.
Yeah, and you got to have a senator that's, not just a Democratic or just a Republican, but you need a senator on both sides that.
But you wouldn't believe how hard it is to create a law or change a law through legislation. You wouldn't believe how hard it is sometimes to create a law or change a law through legislation.
Oh yeah, I believe because I've set in, I've done, I've pushed, so I believe. I know the years of work that it takes. But at the same time, I think if you got to know what exactly you're asking for, and we got to learn how to start articulating what we're asking for, and we have to learn how to start trusting those who can articulate for us when we can't articulate for ourselves. And there are times I can't articulate for myself, but I may be able to articulate for somebody else. And so it still takes coming together, and it's going to take a coalition. One of the things that I said when I first started this channel is I don't, oh God, just slipped my mind, that we do have an issue, but it's not about black and white, it's about right and wrong. And when we start looking at it like that, then it's going to change some things. So do I believe Black Lives Matter? Yes, Black Lives Matters. But I love what Derek says. Humanity matters first. Treat people as if they're human and you don't have this issue.
Actually, Derek's another station that I do follow.
Derek Williams.
Yeah, he's really cool.
Yeah.
But he makes a lot of sense what he says too.
Yes, and so that humanity matters has really stuck with me. Humanity matters.
So I never thought of it as race or color or creed. I always thought of it as human beings, right? Mm-hmm. Just humanity, right? Mm-hmm. Same thing.
But the issue that comes with that is it's not happening to everybody else. It's happening to one sect of individuals. And so
it's not happening to me because I'm white. It's happening to you because you're black.
Yeah.
So some things I'm not going to see because I'm white, and I'm not in your shoes. I have to walk in your shoes to see it.
I don't remember.
Listen to what you're saying to me, and then understand and feel what you're saying.
And that's what
my daughter comes to me and says some man beat her up. I feel like killing them, but I can't go there and just kill them or I go to jail, right?
Right.
So how do you do it? You got to try to stop it somehow and listen to what she's saying, what she wants.
Mm-hmm.
So I have to listen to what you want if you become a victim, right?
Exactly.
Of a crime, or or you're a victim, or you're feeling bad about something. I have to listen.
Exactly.
Listen is the big one. People do not listen. They'll listen, but they're not hearing you.
They listen to respond, not
hearing you.
Yep. They listen to respond, not to understand. Yeah.
So I have to understand before I can respond.
Absolutely.
And I'll tell you if I don't understand something too, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I feel you need to. If you need to talk, I'm here too, right?
Yeah, as you should, because
look at that. Someone needs to talk. That's my sister.
That's awesome.
All together now. This is craziness. Here we go. There we go. Got it all to calm down. Too many devices. There's a cell phone, a tablet, my laptop, so it's just everything's synchronized.
Mm-hmm.
If one goes off, they all go off.
Oh, wow. Wow.
So if I'm in the bedroom, I got one in the bedroom, I'm going to hear it. If I leave one in the other room, I'm going to hear it.
Yeah, that way you don't miss a call. Isn't that something, like how technology is just on a whole another
level? Yeah.
It is. It is.
I should let you all go and answer my sister, though, because she kind of needs me. She just adopted.
Yes.
She just adopted a bunny rabbit.
Aww.
She's missing her cat because she lost her husband, her mom, and now she's losing people, right? Everybody's dying around her. So I told her, go get another pet. So she won't stop. She's
ready to talk to you.
Everybody's jealous of us because we got this relationship, right?
But it's a beautiful thing. It is.
It is. And that's what keeps us going in life. I can't shut that down.
You're fine. I think you should go ahead and talk to your sister.
Yeah, I think so too. Thank you for everything, and hopefully we can do this again soon. I'll hopefully see you tonight.
Yes, most definitely. And thank you so much, Cindy. I appreciate you for just being you and being supportive, sending lots of love your way. Love you a lot.
I love you too. I love you probably more. And have a great day, sweetheart. Keep smiling.
You too. Thank you.
Take care, honey. Stay safe.
Thank you. Bye.
All right. Bye.
Who guys? I enjoyed talking to Cindy. That was beautiful to see someone who's been supporting me since May, and we actually just got the opportunity to see each other today, and that was cool. I thoroughly enjoyed that. Yeah, and Raina and sharing her story about her grandmother, that just, I don't know about y'all, but look, I still got goosebumps. Just, oh my God, that, yeah. So yeah, I have been on, it's almost like, let's see, I have 6 on YouTube and 1 on Facebook. Thank you to the one on Facebook. I appreciate you. I appreciate all of you for coming on, commenting, staying with me. If I had have known then in May what I know now, I would have been streaming to Facebook a long time ago. I always had the option. I just thought that I would keep the 2 worlds different, not understanding that I still get a viewer, what would they call it? Even though I streamed on YouTube, on Facebook, it still counts towards your watch hours, the people that come in and watch. So hey, that works for me. But yeah, I'm not gonna sit here and try to talk y'all ear off. I thank you guys for spending almost 3 hours with me today, and I'm talking about coming back later. Yeah, so yeah, I'm gonna get off now so I can go eat. I hadn't eaten anything today. Drink some water, because I hadn't drank water in almost 3 hours, and then I'm going to do a little bit more research on tonight's topic. And I look forward to seeing some of you guys back tonight as we talk about Breonna Taylor. And how I'm going to just try to close out this year and what note I want to close out this year on with YouTube. Although it won't be a year on YouTube. I just made it to 7 months. It'll be 8 months next month. But time is flying. And I do enjoy talking with you guys and learning. So you've been here the whole time, Catonio? You gonna go back super smart if you've been here this whole time. You are gonna go back super smart. Come on back over tonight as we talk about Breonna Taylor. And try to learn something. Oh, thank you. You are too kind. I appreciate you. That's pretty cool to see one of my daughter's students watching. So hopefully you can understand why she's the way she is by seeing her mom. And I know she's a good teacher because you guys searched it out and are following her. So I'm quite proud. I'm a proud mom, godly proud of her, and my sons, and my nephew, and my brother. So yeah. With all that being said, y'all, I'm about to get out of here. Go eat me some chicken noodle soup with a soda on the side. No, I'm just kidding. No, I may have a soda on the side for real. A Sprite. I don't know. But yeah, thank you guys so much for coming in. I pray that throughout today's live, throughout today's conversation, y'all, my heart is just like really fluttering, but not in a bad way. Just the conversation with Raina and just talking about God and Lady J being on, like I have chill bumps knowing that she was that close to me, even though I didn't get to see her. Just forming the different YouTube ships and being mindful of those who are in our real life that also support us on here. Like I don't take that for granted. I'm so thankful for all the people who are in my physical life that also support me in this virtual world. It means more than you guys could ever know. And I look forward to the day that I can truly sow back into each of you for your time, because your time does matter. And I thank you guys for pushing me. Even when I was out and grieving and trying to get life, figure life out for myself. I'll never forget. As a matter of fact, it was Nell that said, we don't expect you to always be positive. Just come back. And for me, it wasn't about being negative. It was just, I never wanted to bleed on you, if that makes sense, or to allow my grief to affect you. And so that's why I did it offline, not because it was ugly or because I was ashamed, but I didn't want to affect anybody else. And I couldn't articulate what I was feeling, what I was going through, what I was enduring. And being able to articulate what I feel is most important. She should give him extra credit. I agree. Katonia, I will be talking to her about giving you some extra credit, because you have not only been on this live, but several others. And I think you're going to be wise beyond your years listening to some of these talks. And if there's anything that I could say to you is yes, sir. No, sir. Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir. Will take you. Yes, ma'am. No, ma'am. Excuse me. And opening doors for women, or even those who are older than you, not just women, but an older gentleman will take you so far in life. It will take you further than any education. Learning how to just be polite and use your manners. And I believe that you do have it, because I saw your dad, but just letting you know again that those things will take you far in life, further than you know. So yeah, guys, I am going to get off because I'm coming back in 5 hours, 6, somewhere between 5 and 6:30. I'll know for sure once I get all of my research done. But we'll talk about Breonna Taylor tonight. Please bring your thoughts. Again, I shared the video that the New York Times did on my Facebook page as well as my community wall. Please go and watch it. Study as much as you can. And I don't have all the answers. My goal is to just bring awareness, and even a little bit of redemption to myself for not speaking on this sooner. So yeah, I thank you guys for spending time with me. I love you guys. I'm sending lots of love, joy, peace, blessings your way. And remember, you are responsible for your own happiness. No one else can do that but you. And our lights might be back tonight, y'all. I missed the lights. Like, I think the lights are officially a part of the set. I just have to get with my husband, who's production, so that it didn't look all clumped together up there. But yeah, I want my lights back. I do. Okay. I love y'all. Bye. Look and make sure I didn't miss any comments. And if I missed anyone, I'm sorry. But thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Bye, y'all. See y'all a little later.